Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. For those that haven't seen the Sarcasm City Sports Q&As before, it's where you lot in the comments run the show, people. You lot in the comments run the show and get to ask any sporting questions of any sport, people. So it's any sport, past or present. So it can be football, it can be basketball, boxing, UFC, NFL, whatever questions you want to ask. So please get your questions in, people. As you can see from the title, I'm sure a lot of the questions will be about the Champions League. Ben Chilwell sent off as Chelsea lose 2-0 to Real Madrid. So I'm sure there'll be questions about that. Manchester City obviously beaten Bayern Munich. What happened with Sané and Mane? Well, allegedly, with reports. I'm sure there'll be questions on that. AC Milan beating Napoli, which would have been a surprise as well. Taza, did I send the wrong link? I'll add the right link in a sec to the chat. My bad. I'll do that to you lot now. My bad. But let's bump up the likes anyway, people. Let's bump up the likes first and foremost. Let's do so. And of course, as well, on the Sarcasm City Sports Q&As, if you are a member of the channel, then your questions take priority like a super chat. So if you see me going to the same names, people, it's not because I'm ignoring anybody. It's simply because that is one of the perks of, well, one of the many great perks for the membership. So if you want to join the membership, link is in the pinned comment, people. But yeah, man, let's bump up these likes first and foremost. Let's do that. Let's bump up these likes and share this across the socials. And also on top of those two things, subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV as well. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell as well. Let me actually put the right link in the group chat. Sent the wrong link. What am I doing? You can tell I'm tired. Even though I ain't done nothing today, you can tell I'm tired. Actually, I was on Lewis's stream still, but like relatively quiet for me. Obviously, this is the first stream on Sarcasm City TV of the day. But yeah, you lot again continue to support and subscriber mark, man. We're still at 6,294. I'm looking for 6 new subscribers. 6 new subscribers. Get us to 6,300. We've been moving slow. We've been moving slower to 6,300 over this past couple days than Chelsea have to 40 points. You know what I'm saying? For the majority of the season. I can't believe we've gone past Lewis's birthday and Chelsea are still not at 4 points. I mean, at 40 points. It's crazy. Like, let me send these man the link. 2-2s. Let me send. Is this even the right link? Right, yes, that is the right link. All right, cool. Hey, big up to my guy C1 every single time. Says big up Flawless, endless work rate. Appreciated, man. Appreciated. Big up to Zeppi. Says big up my people. Big up to Taha. Says big up people. Hope you're all good. Peter G. Big up to you. Malcolm. Big up as well. Thomason says big up Flawless. Lampard is out of his depth. He's clueless and Todd doesn't know what he's doing. I agree. Big up everyone. Proper Chell, super Frank says United for life as well. Jez is also in the building. Big up Ark Fraser as well. United for life says parking the bus at its finest. I'm guessing he's talking about the Real Madrid Chelsea game. I wouldn't necessarily say they parked the bus. They just not really very good. That's all I would say. Taha says Mane in channeling is in a Rudy Gobert. That is jokes. 100%. What was the purpose of the that Chelsea violation? It wasn't a violation. I just stated facts. It ain't my fault your team's so shit that they can't make 40 points and we're almost in the middle of April. Well, we are in the middle of April pretty much. Is what it is. The Elias who says City versus Real Madrid, who wins? Real Madrid will be a great game. That's gonna be a great tie. 100%. You got two top teams with two top managers and top players on either side. It's gonna be a great game. 110%. Absolute great game. Who do you think was more at fault for the Chilwell for the red or Cucurella for the huge gap? Both. You know what I'm saying? Cucurella's had a mare not tracking the run of Rodrigo, and then Chilwell shouldn't bring down Rodrigo. So he's compounded an already bad mistake. But we got Jez in the building, Taza in the building, Victor in the building. What are you telling me, Jez? You good?
Yeah, I'm calm, man. Just chilling.
Calm? Yes, Taza, you saying you blessed?
I'm doing great, man. How about you?
Yeah, man, all good. You already know. I'm keeping it stepping. Victor, what you saying? You blessed?
I'm good, man. I'm all good.
Love that. You lot only at 17 likes, man. Let's get up to 20 likes. What we doing? Let's get up to 20 likes. Continue to get your questions in as well. Wad says, big up, love for the content. While we wait for some more questions to come in, we'll go to you, Victor. Obviously, being the only Chelsea representative here currently. Thoughts on the game today?
Not surprised at all. I'm not upset because for you to be upset, you have to care. I actually couldn't care less. The club was finished from like day one. Yeah, it's just what we expected to happen. Really, like no one was really shocked. Like everyone would be more shocked if we won compared to like the scoreline now. There was no shape, no parts of play. We played three midfielders, but still like found it hard to hold possession. We couldn't control the midfield. Everyone was playing like a bitch. No one wanted to, actually show up. And then like it's just basically like what we expected to happen. The only positive I got from this game is that it wasn't 5-0. Like we didn't concede 5, especially after going down to 10 men. Yeah.
Fair assessment, Tazo. I know you thoroughly enjoyed the game. Thoughts on it?
Yeah, man. I thought Madrid were very poor in the final third. I thought they counter pressed well. Like Chelsea are just shit, so ain't no point analyzing their game. So it was interesting. Like they were just their decision making in the final third was a bit whack. I thought Rodrigo had a poor game. Apart from that moment where he got Chilwell sent off, I thought he had a really poor game. I thought Valverde was poor. Modric and Kroos were excellent. Benzema was okay. He didn't really do too much apart from his goal. But Vinny, man, oh my God, that's what we got to speak about today. What Vinny did to Lizzo James, and Fofana today.
That was just on the Lizzo James comment. People, please read this on the screen. But yeah, go on, Gary.
There's no way you stole that one.
Yeah, of course, stole out of Lewis, by the way, people. So yes, much fitting. But yeah, go on.
That
just saying this, people.
Vinny, bro, like it's usually a 2v1, right? Like you feel bad for the winger because he's getting double teamed and there's no hub. Bro, I feel bad for the defenders. They double teamed him and they were both getting screwed over, bro. Bro, he was taking them on 1v2 and killing them. Like it was, bro, there was some haram stuff. And then, bro, I remember still, like, there's this one time Vinny did Reece James so dirty, bro. He just flicked it over. Bro, that was the talking point of the whole game, to be fair. Like, that was some haram stuff. Nasty behavior from Vinny, man.
It was. Jez, what are you saying? Did you watch the game? I don't know, obviously, if you watch both. AC Milan,
I only had it on the side because I actually put the Milan Napoli game on the big screen because I felt this was the best game in terms of like excitement and actually competitiveness out of the 4 games that I've watched this quarters final so far. So I wanted to watch that, and it didn't disappoint, to be honest. Chelsea, Madrid. I mean, obvious result. Even though a strong lineup, let's be honest, nobody felt like Chelsea was going to do anything. Started off well from what I was hearing and what I saw. Joao Felix also had that one counter-attacking chance, of course. Didn't take it. But if Chelsea had a proper striker there, maybe it would have been a different story because a proper striker takes that opportunity differently. Because, funny enough, Henry was even talking about it at halftime.
Oh, is it? Okay, what did he say?
He talked about specifically the chance as well, where when you saw Felix go through that counter-attack, he didn't cut in. Where
he didn't cut across the defender, you mean?
Yes, across the defender there, because he went outside, which gave Militao, who was obviously fast and physical, time to catch up and kind of make it even more difficult for Felix to even get a shot. Because if he would have gone across the defender, you make Militao a decision: should I foul here? Should I take him down? Should I just leave him go? So these are the things where I feel like I said before, Chelsea need a striker. And I don't think Nkunku and Felix are these type of forwards that they obviously Nkunku will be a good asset. But what do I always say with these type of attackers that you have like Nkunku and Felix and these types of you need a foil for them to work at the best. And Nkunku's best season comes with a striker. Not him alone as a false 9 or something, as a striker. Joao Felix, when he was playing well for Benfica, he had a striker in front of him.
Do you know who that striker was? Who was it over there? You can't remember? Nah, cool. Just asking.
They had like a bunch of strikers.
When Joao Felix was at Benfica.
Yeah, it's been a minute since. So
let us know in the chat if you lot know.
Yeah, if you know,
let us know in the chat. And before you continue to Azim, yes, there will be an NBA watch along tonight. Pelicans versus the Thunder, 2:30 a.m. UK time, people, over on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch. But go on, carry on, Jez. Carry on.
Nah, I can't remember the striker, but I say all the time these type forwards work the best with strikers. I've seen Chelsea fans say, "Nah, it's gonna work out if you kind of have Felix on the wing with Felix on the wing with." And could be the false line. I think that's going to go very terrible if they think they're going to go with that next season. That's just my opinion personally. But overall, nah. Seeing Vinny, I mean, we talk about Chelsea's just being bad, but we gotta give also credit just for Madrid doing the job, because Madrid could have pulled up today and had a terrible game as well. Where like Chelsea, you know what, they could escape today and be like, you know what, Madrid didn't have a day, but sometimes you gotta give also credit to the opposition, and I feel like Vinicius today just was on job today.
Yeah,
just
he was.
Stepped up today, because obviously Benzema, I don't think he did much either from what I saw. With Hugo, I didn't see much of him either today. I think the midfield for Madrid did well throughout the game. After it got the longer the game went on, the better it was for them. And to be honest, Madrid's defense didn't really have to worry too much. They were maybe Seferovic. Yeah, thank you, Ed. So it was just good execution from Madrid getting the win today, and by a 2-goal cushion as well. Because one game, if you would have finished the game 1-0, it would have been like, it's gonna be a bit annoying because Chelsea maybe come and make a comeback. In that, it would be an easier comeback. Obviously, Chelsea fans don't believe that, but if they're gonna make one, but you never know. It's the Champions League, like you just don't know. So I feel like Madrid fans can be disappointed, but also happy that they at least got a 2-0 lead, and you can be disappointed that they shouldn't have maybe done a bit more, because sometimes you just want to kill the tie. Today was an opportunity to kill the tie.
Yeah, they could have killed the tie there.
So agreed. Second leg, you don't have to put so much energy. Like the league is over for them anyways. Barcelona is gonna go win it. So yeah, it's quite predictable.
I'd say this though, for this going into the at the bridge for Madrid, it's probably even better set up for them now, because I say this, as good as Madrid are on the ball, I think they're even better off the ball, bro. They're so much more dangerous with the pace they have of Vinny Jr. Bro, it's like there's nothing like it in the world. I think so, and you've seen it like against when Chelsea were dominating last year at the Bernabeu, and when Manchester City were dominating them, even when Liverpool were dominating them, like on the break, they are insane. They could go crazy. So, like the result now at the bridge, Chelsea have the onus to step up now and, play more expansive. So, I think this is even better set up for Madrid now that it's only 2-0.
No, I agree. I just mean in the fact of like, you want to always just kill the tie.
100%. 100%.
That's what I'm saying. Like, because now it's like still, I think the tie is over, but it's still this thing of like, if you're not careful, you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's one of them. Really, you should be able to, like, if he wanted to, say they were in a title race, they're not. Like, he could rest players for the league if he just wanted to rest players anyway, or if someone's not 100% or somebody's got a knock, but still at 2-0, it's kind of like, yeah, they're dead, but you didn't put them in the ground. You know what I'm saying? Like, type of thing. Like, they're laid out in a coffin. We didn't actually put the coffin in the ground. That's what it is. Ahmed, what are you telling me? My G, you good?
Lovely.
Yeah, man. Lovely, good to have you here, man.
I'm happy, man. I'm happy. I hope everyone's doing well, man.
Good
nice little break, my fasting too. You know what I'm saying? I'm hearing about Chelsea. You have the onus to step up and be expansive. I don't know if Mandem was seeing the formation that was going on the pitch at certain points in the game. I don't know if that's
we're gonna get your thoughts on it. We're going to get your thoughts on it. Let me just run through some comments, because I do. And Prime, this guy, I know Prime will be here. Big up, love for the content, says Wads. Big up. United Devil says, big up to Flawless. The panel giving us content, my brother. United Devil, you already know. He says, I knew Sarcasm City TV would be live after searching for the last 10 minutes. Big up, Flawless, bro. Yeah, man, every Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? We're here with the Q&A at midnight. But we go live Monday to Friday. Yeah, Monday to Friday, it's like, midnight pretty much. We're always live late night. All you have to do, to anyone watching, anyone listening right now, just check out the upcoming live stream schedule here on the YouTube and on the Twitch. Always live, late night, if you're in this time zone as well. Big up Dynamic says respect from Arsenal fans to Flawless. Flawless keeps, appreciate it. Flawless keeps 100 still. You can only admire that. That being said, come on, you gooners. Especially the harsh truths of his own team, United. Respect you. Yeah, man, nothing but respect. Like, people sometimes want to take this football thing too far. Like, we're running jokes and banter about each other's football teams, but that's it. But yeah, I'll keep it real about my team. And if it's awful, I'm not gonna lie and say I think it's good because I love the football club. Like, no. So yeah, man, big up, much appreciated every single time. Yeah, go on, Ahmed. Thoughts on the game, and then I'm gonna get to a few comments and questions. But yeah, your thoughts on the game.
Thoughts on the game. I came in for vibes. I came out with vibes. You know what I'm saying? If I'm being honest, it's expected. I'm surprised it's 2-0. But to be honest, Real Madrid was in second gear the whole time. They didn't need to do too much. They were relaxed. We didn't really cause them that much trouble. The 3-5-2, it isolates the two people in attack. But reality is they were shit. The whole team was really shit. Chilwell was just giving away passes for free. Fafana had an absolute stinker of a first half and a second half. The whole game, to be honest. Reece James, bro, we need to listen, big man. Either get the surgery right now because the season's over, or you need to start, being, the right back that you were. It's really, as simple as that, in my opinion. And Kovacic, I said this already. I'm willing to let him go anytime soon.
He was awful tonight.
Huh?
I thought he was awful tonight.
Yeah, bro. I can't be honest. This whole season, bro, he's not really been him, man. And I'm gonna be real. I'm happy for him to be sold, bro. I'm happy for him to be sold. Listen.
What about Enzo?
I feel like Enzo and Kante, Enzo was in no man's land, man. There was literally, I would say, with him, there was no structure around him. There was nothing around him. If you look at those, there's like a bunch of pictures I actually retweeted on Twitter today of like where there's no structure in the whole team. The team's everywhere. There's nothing there, bro. And it comes that's what happens when you get a Lampard in, and it is what it is, bro. So listen, man, I'm just here for the vibes. I already knew we were gonna lose this game. 2-0, bro. 2-0 is already wrapped up, bro. What we gonna do? Oh, we're gonna attack. Come on, lads. The ridge. Yeah, nothing's happening, bro. They can't even shoot, bro. They can't.
Yeah. Your attack is piss poor.
Bro, these guys are worse.
And we're gonna talk on one player in particular, but go on.
Listen, man, these guys are worse than what I'm taking them finish task. These guys are worse than the drive-by shooters, bro. Because these guys have sprayed it everywhere. These guys.
Hey, man. These guys. Hey, you know what, Ahmed? I need to take him to O Block or something, man.
Hey, people, just on the screen again. People, to everyone here, yes, please read that across these. Please read the message on the screen. We'll go and carry on, Ahmed.
Oh my god, bro! Listen, man, bro, there's no accuracy, bro. There's literally no accuracy, bro. Like, I saw that Felix chance today, bro. Joao Felix chance today was criminal.
Bro, he's on the break. He's away from everyone. He's slowing down. Why are you slowing down? But yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
Bro,
keep cooking.
Genuinely, bro, we need to have. Listen, I think Drogba has to come back, bro, to this football club and get some of these. We need to get him in there, and we need to strike.
He's better than these scrubs,
bro. He needs to coach these niggas, man, because it's not looking good, bro. It's not looking good, bro. I'm so sorry to say that, bro. It's not looking good, bro.
Yeah, man, just let your emotions off, man. Like,
I'm laughing. I'm just laughing, bro. You know what I mean? For me, it's man.
No, I don't know if you were listening earlier before it came, because I said
no. I wasn't on the stream and I was on casually. That's why, yeah.
Because I was talking. You were talking about the chance when you very early in the first half, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Henry was literally talking about it. He was wondering himself at halftime, why did Felix go outside instead of trying to go across the defender that makes it middle toe, trying to make a decision? Do you want to foul him, or do you want to just let him go through and make Courtois like go on a 1v1? And this is why I'm like, this is pretty much your story since like 2020, you could say 3 years probably. Well, like
the decision making, bro.
We can talk about your attackers having maybe lack of talent, have talent or just not being good or are good enough or not good enough or they're not coached well enough. But the decision making in most of your attackers since these couple of years
I agree. I think there's two things can be true. Obviously them guys not getting themselves into positions and doing this stuff obviously can be one thing. But the other problem is these guys' decision making when they come to Chelsea, bro. I don't know what happens, bro. It goes from here. But
it's not when it comes to Chelsea. Decision making has always been shit, man. Stop this.
Has it though?
Yes, it has, bro.
No. I'm not talking about just Joao Felix. I'm talking about if you look at a lot of these guys when they're not at Chelsea Football Club, they do have some sort of semblance of a good decision making. They have the goals, they have the assists. Who? Give an example. A good example, yeah. Even though I don't like to use him, right? Lukaku is a good example of that. If we're being real, right? I'm not even trying to violate Lukaku, right? I don't like Lukaku either. But before Chelsea, Lukaku knew how to put the ball in there.
What you're saying is that even though them players are not up to a certain, and I agree with you, Ahmed, even though them players are not up to a certain standard, they go to Chelsea and they become worse. None of us here rate Lukaku, but Lukaku's numbers are worse at Chelsea. Timo Werner, who we don't rate, Havertz will probably leave and his numbers will get back. So I get what you're saying still. I get what you're saying. Oh yeah, go on.
Hey, bro. Another thing is you don't need a system to make a 1v1.
Yes,
that's true.
Murtaza, that's what I'm saying to you, though. Murtaza, I agree with everything you're saying.
Exactly.
I agree with what you're saying, but there is something to be said here about whenever they come to Chelsea, the 1v1 decision making is not there, bro. It's just not there, bro. And
bro, that's what I'm saying. You can blame Lampard today for all the game you want. You cannot blame him for Joao Felix missing.
No, you can't blame him.
I'm sorry.
I don't blame him. I don't blame Lampard.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like these guys get away with too much. Get away with murder.
These players, I'll be serious. I said this in casually as well, that Lampard, you can't really blame him that much. He actually did the correct setup. The problem is he doesn't know how to do the formation because we know what the type of manager is, so you can't blame him for that.
Bro,
but other than that, when it comes to
whatever he does, it's not working. So go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So but the reality is, these players also need to be competent enough to know how to at least know how to protect the ball, know how to defend, right? And for example, the second goal, not the second goal. So Chilwell's red card, if you look at it, Cucurella had to go up because the three midfielders that we had were ball watching Valverde, and then he just let the ball go past them. And that had meant that Cucurella had to step up quickly to stop Rodrigo from turning, and then Chilwell had to get a red card.
But this is the thing. Like,
before you go, just hold that for you lot. Over 60 of you lot in the building. Big up, over 60. But let's get up to 50 likes. We're only at 35 likes for slow and get us to 6,295. Only looking for 2 new subscribers. Over 60 of you lot in the building. So hit the like button, man. Come on, like check 1212. You lot are clearly enjoying the content, and we appreciate that. So let's bump up the likes up to 50 likes. We're at 35 currently, and we're looking for 2 more subscribers. And continue to get your questions in as well. It does not have to be on this topic, but obviously Chelsea just lost to Madrid, so we will be discussing that mainly. Okay. And if you are a member, I will star your questions. If you are a member of the channel, I'll star your questions and I will get to it. And of course, if you super chat, we'll get straight to your comment question as well. Go on, Jez.
No, but Jez, before you go on, go on. On the 18th of March, someone said this.
I would say, I think we can get a draw. I think we can get a draw. I think.
So you think it'll be a draw in the first leg, yeah?
Yeah.
and then what in the home leg?
Home leg. I think we can squeeze for 1-1. I think in my opinion.
Okay.
On the 18th of March, Ahmed, this criminal, this crook, told me we're drawing in the Bernabeu.
It's not
and then we're winning at Stamford Bridge.
Bridge.
Ahmed is a war criminal. We can't let him get. He can't keep getting away with this.
You can call me a war criminal. You can call me all you like.
You can't keep getting away with this.
But the reality is,
no.
At that moment in time, Graham Potter was the manager.
Not the Chelsea.
And since then, 2 managers have come in.
A
lot has changed in that period. So
what's the difference?
Hey.
Bro.
Hey,
we got club legend. We got club legend Graham Potter, bro. We just came brought with the club legend status, so that's it.
That's what you said. I didn't agree with the club legend, so you can't hold me to that.
Cool.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Ahmed has a point.
Yeah, let me get to this because obviously this has been discussed in Prime, obviously in the chat hating on Reece James. Vinicius Jr. is another level. Do you think a player like Wan-Bissaka has a chance to keep him quiet if we make top 4 and play them in the Champions League? This buys in to what I'm talking about in regards to when we discussed Joao Felix and just how there is so much results-based analysis. And it's like now that Vinicius Jr. has cooked Reece James, who is still a quality right back and one of the best defensive right backs in Europe. Now people are looking at it and going, again, and not you United for life, because me and you have discussed this, but
First
that will now,
Christensen, then James.
it will now, sure, man, this guy's a dick. Now it's opening people's eyes to the next time I get a Wan-Bissaka question, why I would keep him for games like that. Prime example of why, and don't get it mistaken, Vinicius Jr. is more than capable of cooking Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka, I believe, is the best one-on-one defender when it comes to just fullbacks outright. Vinicius Jr. can do today what he did to Reece James, because I rate Reece James highly in terms of defensive, but you want to give yourself the best possible platform for that. So when I say I will keep Wan-Bissaka at Manchester United Football Club, is for games like today, potentially going away to the Bernabeu and you're facing Vinicius Jr. I don't want it to be Dalot. I don't want it to be a Frimpong. I don't want it to be Hakimi or any other right back you're talking about. I would play Wan-Bissaka in a game like today. And yeah, it's a one-off game, but that game can be the difference between you going out of the tie or going through to a Champions League semi-final or final or quarter-final or round of 16 or whatever. So yeah, like Vinicius, yeah, but Wan-Bissaka would definitely have the best chance. But don't get it mistaken, like Wan-Bissaka won't get cooked. It's just inevitable. Like it's going to happen at some point, but you want to limit the chances of it. Yeah, go on.
The thing with Wan-Bissaka,
with guys like Vinicius Jr., right? You're never going to keep him quiet or just neutral, like shut him down. You just hope to limit the opportunities that he has as much as possible. Like keep it at a minimum. You can't stop these guys, bro. These guys are the elite of the elite. You cannot stop these guys. You just hope to keep it as little as possible. That's all I'll say with that. Like even Wan-Bissaka is gonna get it done a few times. Maybe not as much as Reece James got done today, but he would still get done. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah. But the thing is, we've seen Real Madrid play Chelsea and Reece James get the better of Vinicius Jr. because Reece James is up there when it comes to right backs. Of course, people are going to run bants, run jokes. Social media is hilarious, but he just got done by arguably the best left winger in Europe.
Back when we had actual men in our squad and not bitches. But yeah,
we're going to get to that because I want to hear Lewis's thoughts. So that's all it is in regards to Aaron Wan-Bissaka and why I would keep him. When I say specialist games, I'm talking specifically games like tonight, because you don't want to go there where you're gonna have less of the ball and your fullback's gonna be forced to do more defensive duties than he is offensive. So that's why I would play a Wan-Bissaka, and we've seen it today. Yeah, man. Like Liu says, imagine Wan-Bissaka going up against KK. Like that's who I want in my team is Wan-Bissaka. If I can pick someone. My team's not going to have the ball, and I know the left winger of the opposition is tricky. I'm going with Wan-Bissaka, but that's just me. Yo, Lewis, what you saying? Yeah, go on, Ahmed. Go on.
I was going to say, yeah, I think with like a thing, if you can limit him to 1 to 2 chances in a whole game, usually you're safe. So as long as your fullback can do that for 2 games over 2-legged game, you're fine.
No, that's what it is. It's horses for courses. You're never gonna win them all. And Taza mentioned it. If you're playing against the elite of the elite and the best of the best, eventually you are going to get got, whether it's offensively or defensively. Because we've seen Vinicius Jr. have a poor game against Reece James. We've now seen Reece James have a poor game against Vinicius Jr. They're top 5, top 3 in the positions in Europe. So it's going to happen when you're facing the elite of the elite. That's like somebody getting knocked out by Deontay Wilder and people go, oh, he's got a terrible chin. No, he just got hit by someone who's knocked out everybody. You know what I'm saying? He's ever faced, he's knocked down everybody, whether he's won, drew, or lost about. He's dropped everyone. Like that's not a weakness on their part. You're just facing somebody who is special. And Vinicius Jr., like his ability to like stop start is incredible. Like his acceleration and it's quick. You know what I'm saying? Like it's explosive. Like it's Saint Max. Like you see Saint Maximum do it, and he's a better version of Saint Maximum. In terms of Saint Maximum in particular, I believe is very good at that stop starting, but you just don't have the rest that Vinicius Jr. has.
Bro, the thing is with Vinny, so a lot of players, right? There's a lot of players in world football that either give you good GA or good performances. Vinicius Jr. is one of maybe 1 or 2 players in world football that give you both on a consistent basis over 90 minutes. Bro, this guy is one of the most GA in all of Europe, and he performs amazing. Like, take a guy like Rashford, right? He doesn't perform the best over 90 minutes, but he'll give you the GA. But take a guy like, let's say, Felix, right? He'll perform well, but he won't give you GA. Like, Vinny is like, he's in the, the Venn diagram of like
He's the
one or
blend.
two
He's the
elite
right blend.
players.
He's the common. He's the common.
And there's only one or two people in world football like that. Like Ronaldo, Messi are like that. I'm not comparing him to obviously that because he's not at that level. But like those are the guys. Like Neymar when he was at his prime. Like that's like that. Kylian Mbappe. I wouldn't even say Haaland is that. Hazard, exactly.
Hazard in
like,
his prime. Yeah, Hazard.
Bro, like all of these guys. Gareth Bale in his prime. Like Karim Benzema is like that, bro. Like all of these guys. So
like that.
Vinny, like, but people like when people talk, like really think about it.
Madrid.
Vinny sits at the table with Haaland and Mbappe and all these guys.
Man.
Yeah, he's definitely in that conversation.
Guy.
Yes. Yeah.
Bro, like I think, right, if he is in conversation to win the Ballon d'Or this season for the season he's on. People thought he was gonna fall off after last season, bro. Like, I don't think there's many players in world football that have had a better season when adding in performances and goals and assists and, putting on at the biggest stage at every single given moment this season than Vinny Jr. I love him, bro. He is so good.
No, 100%. Hey, big up Prince V for the super chat as well. Says flawless. Will Cruz work out for us, Man United, for one season? No. If we're gonna get anyone from Madrid and it's a midfielder, I go get Modric if he's out of contract and just have him in the side for experience and help because he should be signing.
If
more
I could
midfielders
choose
anyway.
anyone, I'd take Camavinga, man.
Actually, I'm on the I rate that midfield so highly. A Tchouaméni, but yes, a Tchouaméni, a Camavinga, a Modric. I'd take throw Benz.
Hey,
I'll
take any of them.
Carlo Ancelotti, you are a criminal. You playing Camavinga left back, bro. Oh, I hate this guy.
Oh no, Ferdinand Mendy's injured. That's why.
I don't give a fuck.
Of course,
Who do you want to play left back if you don't have a left back?
Play Alaba left back like he was doing, bro.
Alaba left back is what's from.
I'm a Camavinga stan. I get it. I have an agenda.
Yeah, you said it there, innit? So yeah, let me just, again, he has an agenda. Just, this pop back up on the screen, people. You're gonna see this a lot. This message right here at the bottom of the screen. Shout out to Lewis because that's where I got the idea from.
Big up, my G.
Yeah, man, every single time. But yo, Lewis, thoughts on the game? What are you telling me?
Bunch of pussies. Hold on, plug the windows in too deep. I'm on a bike.
Go on, you got a bit more food, fam. Say that again.
Right, how's it sound now? Is it any better?
Yeah,
are you altered or something?
Let us know in the chat if you can hear him, because I can hear him. But it's about you.
Yeah, I can hear him.
If you can hear him, let him.
I can hear him, but it's kind of hard to hear. Are you somewhere outside or something?
Yeah, I'm outside.
Okay, then that makes sense.
Hey, chat, let us know if you can hear Lewis, because if you can hear him, that's what matters. But yeah, go on.
But yeah, 11 pussies, man. These lot did well for the first 15, 20 minutes, and then as soon as Madrid had any sort of pressure on them, they all folded. Kovacic, stinker. Felix, stinker. Sterling, stinker. James, stinker. He needs to just go for the surgery at this point. It's not worth it. These are the performances that we're getting. Chilwell was moving like a bozo before the red card. Cucurella was moving like a bozo as soon as he came on and put Chilwell in that situation. But if you're the last man in the situation that we're in, leave it to Kepa. If Kepa can't save it, it's Cucurella's fault. It's not your fault. But him making that foul didn't just throw the game away, it threw the entire tie away. Because now we either got to play fucking Cucurella at wing back, or God forbid we have to play a fucking back four. Either way, we're fucked. One way or the other, we're fucked at the bridge. It is what it is. But everyone stunk. Except maybe Koulibaly, Silva, Bafana. The rest are all just shit. Kepa's a bitch, by the way. You need to get rid of him in the summer. This guy and his poppadom wrists, I'm tired of him. Fucking tired of him. All this, 3 months of transfer windows and everything, 400 million spent just to have Mount Gallagher, Havertz as our front three at the end of the game. And that was actually better than what we already had. They're all pathetic. The mentality's pathetic. Rip the club up, start again. It's a load of shit.
First, you know what I'm saying? Diamond assessment, but nothing I disagree with Darren. Lewis mentioned that a couple
pussies,
times.
Man.
Go on, fam. Carry on.
Any little bit of pressure and they fold. Mm-hmm. Win, lose, or draw, they just fucking fold. It's the same crap every single week. Well, I thought it'd be different because I can't even blame Lampard for that game. I thought his setup was fine. I thought the tactics were fine. It's just the players couldn't apply themselves. They're a bunch of bitches.
Damn.
So it's a
All
heart.
they
So
have to
it's
do
not
is
only a
just
quality,
defend.
it's heart check as well. You're saying more than a quality
Yeah, it's
check.
a heart check. As soon as there was a bit of pressure, they fell apart. All of them. Their decision making dropped. Their awareness dropped. Everything dropped. It's like they couldn't just jump up to the big occasion again. Typical Chelsea. They'll do the same thing next week. So it is what it is. Like, we're just shit, but whatever. If we just held it to 0-0, we would have been fine. We would have brought on Mudryk. We would have brought on Havertz. They would have been good off the bench. We might have got something. At least maybe a draw. But fucking Koulibaly and Silva fall asleep for the first goal. Chilwell throws the game away. Kepa and his shit wrists throw the tie away. It's all just done. Just glad I didn't go. Glad I didn't fucking go to that.
Hey, you made the right decision, fam.
Yeah,
you made the right
save
decision.
money
Another
as well.
500 saved.
Yeah, man. You made the right
You
decision.
going to the bridge?
What?
You going
You
to
say
the
you going
bridge?
to the home game, the home leg.
Yeah, sadly I will be at the bridge, but as long as I get my Hazard sympathy minutes in the second half, I'll be happy.
I think you need to be losing the game 5-0 in order to see the minutes.
You're seeing warming up, man. You're seeing
That's
warming
possible.
up.
That's possible. We're gonna be playing a back four, innit?
Oh, you think he goes with a back four?
Yes,
Well,
because
it's either-
but it's sure not
it's either-
available.
I think he wants
It's
to
either a
on the
back
top.
four. It's either a back four or Cucurella at wing back, and either way we're fucked. So I don't know.
Because Koulibaly is not available. Chalobah is the only other guy, so it's going to be
Oh, it's Koulibaly.
yeah. Because it's literally going to be back four. It has to be back four basically.
We're
Well, yeah,
gonna be
'cause
back
Koulibaly
to
got injured.
2020 Lampard.
Yeah,
Thuram,
hamstring in it,
great.
hamstring.
Yeah, it's crazy. But on that again, you lot at 45 likes, over 90 of you lot in the building. Big up, man. You know what I'm saying? Over more people
Shout
here
out the people.
than was at the
I think
end. Man. Shout out
Lampard
the
can get
people.
Ashley Cole in for the second
Hey, you
leg.
might as well. You know what I'm saying? Shout out, get the gang back together. Ashley Cole, shout Drogba.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
fuck
saying?
it,
And
man.
that Lampard himself.
Where's Ivanovic?
Where's
it's
Ivanovic
prob-
and Makaleli?
It's probably better than Cucurella anyway.
Yeah, I'm really.
Why? Does he just suck?
Cucurella.
Like, is he a
No,
flop?
Huge
No, it's just when it comes to positional awareness, he's like he's fucking blazed.
His cheeks.
He's got
man.
no awareness of what's around him. He literally put Chilwell in that situation because the idiot came forward and broke his defensive line and then couldn't catch up to Rodrigo and he turned it.
I lose. I don't know because I haven't actually mentioned that. I actually looked it back.
Yeah, bro.
Did you realize your midfielders? None of them actually put any pressure on Valverde when he made the pass.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were
'cause they
ball watching.
bitched out. They bitched out. They all bitched out.
And that caused Cucurella to
Bitch
step up.
mentality all around this club.
I don't
Do you think that's why? That's why I
Genuinely, the only guy who comes out that's looking good is Thiago Silva, Koulibaly, maybe Fofana, and Lampard. Funnily
No,
enough.
I thought Kante was good.
Decent.
He was all right at the start, but then I didn't even notice him in the second half.
That's the thing, like.
I thought Fofana had a stinker as well. I'm not gonna lie.
No,
I think some of these players
Fofana
had,
was
like,
left exposed by James. Like
this
he
is the
had
thing,
a
though.
good game in my
I think
opinion.
certain players had good they had spells, and then they became worse as long the further the game went on.
I just think, you know,
This is the thing, and this is I think Chelsea's story this season. Like, and I talked to it from like very early last season. Not last season, this season when we played Chelsea away 2-2, and we had this thing with Tuchel where like before that game it was kind of shaky, and then you came with the 2-2 at the bridge where we played, and then Tuchel the way it went again, and then Potter the way it went. And I was asking back then already the question: does this Chelsea team have a mentality issue? And
they've been having a mentality issue.
No, a year late. No, just we go on to like 8 months, 7 months later. You can clearly tell like these players that you guys have, a lot of them, and even you can even put some important players into that category as well who were at the club before. I think there's a mentality issue of them where like they feel somewhat comfortable. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. UCL got to their heads in 2021 and they think they're big boys. They ain't shit.
Yeah, it could be.
Do you know what it is? Jez, do you remember? Like after Real Madrid, what happened to our team? After the Real Madrid last season, Literally, bro, they lost it. There was no mentality after that, bro.
Oh, if
They
you
just
think the
decided to
football
tweet.
now stinks, wait till after we get knocked out by Madrid. Then you're going to see stinky football.
Bro, I'm telling you, like, look, Brighton, we got Brighton, I think.
Yeah, Brian at home will be a watch along for that on the Twitch people. You know what I'm saying? 3 p.m.
I will
Saturday.
not be there.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Anyway, so you got
Hey, you know,
Brighton
Victor,
at
I'm
home,
glad.
right?
You know what I'm saying? Good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm glad
so
to see your face, man. I've got to.
No, but as I was saying,
Hey, hold up,
literally
man.
got,
Yeah, hold
Hey,
up.
literally,
Yeah, go
we
on.
literally got Brighton at home. I know that's going to be a 3-0 automatically. We're going to
Oh,
lose
this is
that
gonna
game
be
3-0.
disgusting.
3-0 win? Oh, lost. Okay.
Oh,
fine,
and
sorry.
you know, like Brighton, especially after we cheated them, you know
Yeah.
that it's a Brighton,
They're
man.
going to be on smoke. They're going to be on smoke.
You can have a loser takes Cucurella match.
Daniel says we was told the back three was our best formation. We did. Now it's wrong. Nah, the back three was correct. What Lampard did. And what was crazy is that Madrid
Lampard
weren't
did
at their
nothing
greatest.
wrong.
And outside of the goal they scored early, of course, and then the Vinicius Jr. one that got cleared off the line, they didn't create a lot. Like Chelsea made like the pass from Carvajal for the first goal was cold, but Silva's not. Fafana. Who is it? Fafana didn't track his man. You know what I'm saying? And Silva didn't track his man. And then you can see the first goal.
Koulibaly.
Was it Koulibaly?
Yeah, Koulibaly.
Whichever one of it, one of the two. But I know
Benzema.
Fafana didn't track Vinicius Jr. and then one of the other two didn't track Benzema. And then the second goal, everyone fell asleep. You know what I'm saying? For the short corner. Why everyone's asleep for a corner at the Bernabeu, I don't know.
Nah, it's not even that. It's just limp wrist.
And then Kepa should save it, but Asensio should not be having a free shot from the edge of the box.
Yeah,
why is it 3-on-1 from the corner when you're down to 10 men?
Exactly.
Why is there players in the box who have not at 10? Reece James didn't even know that the corner had been taken.
And that's the thing. And essentially is very good out of the box. Out of the box, he has a really good shot on him. Like inside the box, he can't score for whatever reason, but out of the box, he scores a lot of goals. So I don't know. Like I said, man, like you can just tell these guys want mentally.
It's just individual mistakes, same as always with Chelsea. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if anyone blames Lampard for this, it's just agenda. Lampard did nothing wrong. Set us up perfectly. I was happy with the lineup, happy with the tactics. The subs, they weren't going to do anything because we were fucked with the Koulibaly injury and then fucked with the Chilwell Reds. Lampard couldn't have done a fucking thing about that. It's not on him.
So who's playing?
Bro, before you go, Jess, hey, big up to Marshall, and big up to Casually FC for the raid as well. Large up everyone that's just joined from the raid. Big up Casually. Big up to Eddie in the chat as well. You lot, let's bump up the likes. Still over 90 of you lot in the building. Let's get up to 70 likes. We're currently at 57 likes. So let's get up to 70 likes, people. Hit the subscribe button as well, man. We're trying to get to 6,295. It is rolled to 7K, people. We're only looking for one new sub. Let me refresh this to see. Make sure you pay the toll when you enter the city of Sarcasm, people. Make sure you do so. Yeah, go on, Jess. It was you who was talking. Go on.
Nah, this is like, okay, I cannot even forget because I was watching the Chicago Raptors game.
Yeah, so,
yeah, she was winning.
Toronto's up by 5. Yeah.
How long? What quarter? How long?
Second quarter, 7 minutes 29. Cool. But yeah,
I'm not even watching that shit.
Cool.
Yeah, because
Marcel says, I hope there's also a watch along for Brighton versus United in the FA Cup. Also, we will be here. Why do you have to hope? You know, there will be a watch.
Yeah, we always will be here.
Playing P.
Why would other than finals for United, Flores will be always here for the watch alongs.
And if no finals United
unless it's an English team. Unless it's an English team. Actually, no, it's not even possible. English team in the Champions League final.
Nah, City could get there still. City could do it.
Nah, man. We can't do this.
I hope not. Well, yeah.
Nah, but I need to talk about quickly, obviously, outside from the Chelsea game. I need to give shout outs to 2 black keepers. Gotta give the Black Kings some credit. Yesterday was Andre Onana. I think he's a slept-on goalkeeper. Like I feel like a lot of people after the accident that he had at Ajax, where like he got banned for supposedly doing drugs, which wasn't true because he was just taking paracetamol, I think, or medicine from his wife. I feel like a lot of people kind of didn't take him seriously as a goalkeeper, and I feel like for Inter Milan, I feel like he was crucial yesterday in terms of like making stops, playing out of the back, and you can see like the team was with him goals comfortable. And then obviously for AC Milan today, I was watching the game more intensely than the Chelsea Madrid game, and Magic Mike fan, what a goalkeeper. I feel like in the world, I put him second. Or you can make a proper argument for first as well over Alisson. In my opinion.
Legit, bro.
This hard.
He is him.
For me,
see, fellas, now he's hiding, bro. This guy's trying to call him filet mignon all season. I said this before the season started.
Now the funny thing is, we were saying that only
don't
because we
do
wanted
that. I
to
didn't see. This is where Taz was trying.
Meanwhile, we have a raise of a wanker.
No, the reason why I was calling filet mignon wasn't for his abilities, because
we were just taking the piss out of we're taking the piss out of Snoop.
Disrespectful.
I didn't even. No, says you. The irony. You know what I'm saying? Talk about calling the kettle black. You know what I'm saying?
What I want to say, it's like
carry on, Jez.
When I look at Manjaro as a goalkeeper, I'm like, we can low-key have conversations of him being like the best keeper in the world right now. There's good conversations that you can have with him. If not first, if you think Alisson is better, that's fine, because these are top goalkeepers. And when I look at him, I just see like it's just comfortable for Milan in the backline when he's there. If this was the backup goalkeeper today, I think Napoli would have won the game today. Like, he just gives secureness. You can see the backline completely trusts him, and when he has to make the save, he makes the save. If he has to make the pass, he makes the pass. Like, it's crazy. And I always said to people, that's why don't make you think that you can't find a goalkeeper out there. People like Mongyon. Before that, he wasn't. Funnily enough, he used to be in the PSG academy.
Yeah.
He was PSG academy. Went to won a league title. Went to Milan, won a league title. This season, he got obviously injured. Milan fell off. And since he came back, Milan looked like a good team again, honestly. And yeah, I don't know. I don't think people too much care about what happened within the Milan-Napoli tie too much, unless people care. But nah,
bro, that save from Zielinski. Oh my god,
that was really good
save, man.
That was a really good save by Mongyon when he shot that.
God, bro,
that
was
second
world
tie,
class, man.
For me, I'm gonna be watching the second tie, but it's gonna be very interesting because Anguissa stupidly kind of fucked him over because gets a stupid yellow card in the first place. 4 minutes later, gets
that wasn't a yellow, man.
See, the thing is, you give the referee a decision by making such a tackle, and you went for it.
It's a bit harsh, though.
Yellow, so you can debate in it, but and then is you got a red card, so now you're gonna miss the second leg. Kim and Jay is gonna be missing the second leg as well because he was already on a yellow card from the last games. So it's going to be interesting to see because Spalletti came out saying Osimhen's 100% going to be playing the next game. He knows that he needs his number 9 up front because the backup strikers aren't helping the team whatsoever. Kvaratskhelia, since Osimhen is not there, he is getting double teamed the fuck out. Struggling.
Yeah, he's
struggling.
He was on an island today.
Welcome to the big leagues.
White wing, Lozano. Guys,
now we're going to find out how good he is.
Yeah, exactly. This is the thing.
We'll find out how good he is.
And this is the thing. Like, you can see with this Napoli team, they had a fantastic season. You can't take anything away from them, but you can see now it's big pressure now in the Champions League, especially. Like, and you can see that they're failing tactically, individuals, but also tactically, they're kind of falling apart in this stage of the season in the competition. League, they're still doing fine, just fine. But in the Champions League, today, good 20-25 minutes. But since then, Milan took over. They got into the game more and more comfortably. The counter-attacks were just working. Leo, they were kicking him. The guy just didn't fall down today. Theo Hernandez, rattling the whole team.
Oh my god.
Mangala making all the saves. Brahim Diaz, I give this guy a lot of stick, but he's having a very good recent 2 months where like he's been stepping up for them. But whatever it's in the league or whatever it's for them in the Champions League, he's been stepping up. Like the goal the way he laid it off for Benacer, crazy touch.
That was
crazy
great.
Touch. Guys, if you haven't seen the goal, go and watch that goal. Very good touch that was.
I need to check it. I'm actually going to check the highlights of the game because I've not watched it. No.
You can even argue that Milan got robbed of penalty. I think 2. Where like they could have killed the tie, but it's going to be interesting to say. Will I say Milan will be going through next round? I need to see. There's a lot of stepping up to be done by the Napoli team, by certain individuals, and I think tactically, you can't be pressing that much and then get outdone. Like when you go and watch that goal, how are 3 men pressing one guy gets out of the press, and then you end up conceding. Should never happen in these situations when 3-man press on one player. So it's going to be interesting to see how that tie goes on. I'm definitely going to be watching that, since I don't think Madrid-Chelsea is going to be any crazy. But Osimhen's coming back for that as well. So, hey, the black man, man. Ironically, because it's an Italian club, that black man has to come back to save them. It's very ironic.
That is
very ironic, actually. But
big up to Daniel. Go. Sorry. Carry on.
I was just finishing off by saying, man. It's been a really good week of Champions League football. It's been a good week. Man.
Daniel says, I told people about James and Kovacic needing surgery. They aren't the same players since their injuries. Did they both need surgery? Is that right? Before I move on to
I think with Kovacic, maybe. I'm not sure. But
Kovacic definitely needs one.
Okay. All right. And again, you lot continue to get your questions in. It don't
Kovacic doesn't need one. He's just shit.
No. I'll be real. I feel like James is going to use it as an excuse why he's been.
James needs one. James needs one. He's been pushing it off for too long. Kovacic, he's just arse.
Because remember, James was watching himself for the World Cup, so he tried to do the non surgery match. And
bro, what's going on with Mudryk?
He's not been given time in it because
Mudryk was meant to come off the bench, but because of the Koulibaly injury, we had to put Cucurella on. And then because of the Chilwell red cards, we couldn't put another attacker on. So he just got fucked over. It was meant to be him and Havertz coming on the second half. You could have argued he could have started over Sterling, and to be honest, you wouldn't be wrong. But I kind of got it.
Part of it is also that if you look at it, like under Potter now and under like Lampard and Bruno, they're all going for like the older statesman players.
Yeah, because you're gonna go with experience. Yeah, you're gonna go.
New managers usually do that.
Yeah. So literally, none of the new guys that you brought into the club, maybe barring what Joao Felix and Badia Shaw at times have been used.
No, I hear that. But yeah, you lot in the comment section, continue to get your questions in, especially if you're a member. I will start your question and I will get to it. Like I said, don't have to be on the topic of conversation we're talking about. It may be another Champions League tie. It may be something Premier League related. It might be a whole nother sport. That's absolutely fine. So continue to you lot run the show, so that's fine. Continue to bump up the likes. We're at 66, over 100 of you lot in the building. Let's get up to 80 likes, people. Let's get up to 80 likes. Hit the subscribe button. We're 4 short, people. Subscriber mark. We are 4 short of 6,300. There's over 100 of you lot in the building. It's more people here than there was City fans at the Etihad against Bayern Munich on Tuesday. So you lot hit the subscribe button, people. 4 more subscribers. You know what I'm saying? That's all we're looking for. But in regards to it, and I mentioned it already, and I love the phrase, and Peter was the one who popped up with it in regards to lost my train of thought, results-based analysis. And why is it taking for Chelsea to be in a big game where it's just them one away at Real Madrid? Joao Felix underwhelmed, and now people are talking about Joao Felix. Like he's not been playing like that at Chelsea for the majority of the time he's been there. The reason why I've mentioned Joao Felix and I said I had my reservations about him was for these very reasons. You know what I'm saying? What are you producing? What is your productivity? What did he do today? But then again, how's that much different from... I've watched a lot of Chelsea recently, in particular, because I wanted to see Joao Felix as well. And that's not too dissimilar to performances he's had. Like, he's been playing like that. So why all of a sudden, because they get beat by Real Madrid, it's a problem. But when they draw 2-2 at Everton, no one's mentioning it. Or if they draw 0-0 at home to Liverpool, no one's mentioning about it. Not you, Daniel. I'm saying to people, certain people may have been mentioning for weeks, but I've had pushback about him. And people have been like, oh, well, he'd be Manchester United's best attacker. Well, yeah, he's Chelsea's best attacker. And what's that got them? You know what I'm saying? What's that got them? And Joao Felix is super talented, people. Again, I do have to repeat this all the time. Joao Felix is super
We really
talented.
just have nothing.
He's a quality footballer. In terms of technical skills, like I said, looks great on comps, can Mega Man go past the man, all them type of things then. But what are you producing? And we've seen it today. What are you producing? And I was talking about this in January when my club was linked with him. And I said, would I take him? Yes. But I have my reservations because of the lack of pace and power. And we're seeing it. But you see that chance he missed today? You know who goes clean through on goal, but probably misses if he's still there is Timo Werner. Just because of the pace factor. He didn't have the pace to run away from Militao. Yes, he could have positioned his body better. You know what I'm saying?
That's where it could have been Mudryk.
But if that's Mudryk gets a clean shot off. Whether he scores is a whole different conversation. And now there's nobody in the chat saying, how are you not getting that Joao Felix? Why does it take today to happen when he's been performing like that? He's got 2 goals in, 14, 15 games?
14.
14. 2
Quality.
and 14.
2
and 14.
Yeah, 2 GA, yep.
All I'm saying,
go on.
Let me unpack this shit, because somebody on my Twitter, I know, and he obviously follows me. I know him already. He's very heated. He has to comment my club because I tweeted this out in capital letters. Joao Felix, 2 and 14 in capital letters. He's a Chelsea fan, and he came into my comments, and he had to go at my club trying to make claims that's not even true, just because I'm going after his favorite players. And I keep trying to say, people, I keep trying to tell you, go to Atletico Madrid's results since he left, and look at them. They keep winning games. Check the results before he left. The team was inconsistent. I'm just saying. One guy leaves the club does better. One guy club joins the other club. He doesn't really help them. He know what he is. Like I said, he's a 4-play merchant. 4-play. Like, he does everything bar actually the later part of the game. And we can talk about Joao Felix not being the issue. But at the moment in time, he's a part of the issue because he's not doing it.
Yeah, and Zeppi, we're not saying we're not saying you'd be saying, brother, Felix isn't the problem, but he's a part of the reason why Chelsea are where they are. We're not saying that so he just gets off scot-free then. Are we saying his performance hasn't been good though? No, he's a part of the team. He's the best attacker in the team.
Let's be real. I wouldn't understand if Felix clearly is struggling to adjust to tactics, or he's struggling because of fitness or something, but he's showing glimpses. Then it would be a whole different. Or he was not just a starter. He's playing every game that he can play when he's available. He is getting hooked off in certain matches as well. Like, I'm talking about, what do you actually do? Because to be honest, I'm not moved.
What does he do?
What do you do, bro? Like,
you said you guys weren't before you go, Jez. You guys were already done. I'm a Manchester United fan, and Jez.
Yeah, and I'm a Tottenham fan. What are you talking about?
So we don't care about like Joao Felix. Like, we're just speaking openly and honestly. You know what I'm saying? There's no need to defend. He's got 2 goals in 14 games. If that's Timo Werner, Chelsea fans are killing him.
Yeah, bro. Timo Werner does it, and he looks ugly. Joao Felix does the same thing, and he just looks prettier on the ball and more attractive to the eye. That's all it is, bro. He just has a tech, and Werner just has the fucking pace and power, and he just looks up. So Felix just looks a little pretty doing it, but he's still doing the same shit.
If you're a technical baller, people will allow you to. Yeah, if you're a technical baller, people are allowed more. They allow more poor performances.
This is the thing I wanted to unpack, right? So I'm gonna connect this, right? So recently I've been seeing a lot that, right, since Rashford has been injured, everyone's been saying, oh, now we'll actually get to see us keep the ball more, be more technical, this, that. We'll play better without him. He loses the ball, it. Bro, football, just because Spain won a World Cup with only midfielders, people think that, if you just have technicians around the entire team, that you're just going to be this amazing team. Bro, we have never seen, like, the guys that Spain had, these guys are three or four of the best midfielders we've ever seen of all time, right? So just having technical players in your team doesn't guarantee success. Yeah, good football does not always equal to winning football. What's the end point of this game, right? It's to win. It's not to just play good football. If you play good football and don't win, who gives a fuck? You don't want to just be a Brighton, right? You don't want to just play good football. You want to also add like, the actual winning to it. So the point is, right, if you just have, Joao Felix, Christopher and Kunku, you add another couple ballers in there. Bro, there's no goal scorers. There's no balance in that team. If you just have these technical ballers all around, the balance comes when you need a P&P guy. Look at, right, I think, like, Neymar, Suarez, like, what they had is they had the technical ballers, but they also had P&P. Neymar at his prime, he was rapid. Yeah, that brother could run. Suarez could run. Messi could run. Look at that Liverpool front three, right? The reason why it was so well balanced is you have the P&P with Mane and Salah, but you have the technical ability with Firmino.
Yeah.
Like that's why and you can't go far on the other end as well. Like you can't have just PNP. The reason why Cavani, Rashford, Greenwood, and Bruno didn't work, that's just straight PNP. There's no technical ability there. That doesn't work either. So you can't just have goal scorers.
Yeah.
You have to have a mix of both. Like Real Madrid, right? Look how are they so successful? Cristiano Ronaldo, amazing goal scorer. Gareth Bale, mix of the two. Benzema, elite technician. And he's a goal scorer now more so, but back then he wasn't a crazy goal scorer like that. So balance. Those guys won 3 Champions Leagues in a row, 4 out of 5 years. Obviously, they must be doing something right.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
you know,
I mean,
like this is
to
what people don't understand. Like people just think because just having all these ballers
it's
is gonna win
preference.
you shit.
Yeah,
It's not
people
gonna
don't understand
win
the
you shit,
preference.
bro. Yeah, you
And
might
to
play
this-
good football. It's not. It's
Yeah.
what does
Right.
good football matter if you're not winning at the end of the day? And
Agreed.
the point with Felix, what does all these flicks and tricks and skills matter if we're not scoring goals? If there's no
We're not getting them.
productivity, who gives
See,
a
bro.
fuck?
But you
And
actually
to
make
Nick,
other
before you go,
players
James,
around you
one
better.
sec.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
on.
it says, ask yourself this: does Joao Felix want to be at Chelsea? Maybe they don't suit each other. Where does Joao Felix? Let's call it. Let's open up this conversation even further. Joao Felix was available. There was one offer on the table. Why is that? United said no. Arsenal said no. Why is that? Does he improve both them first 11s? I would say so, or at least with the Arsenal, I say it's debatable for argument's sake. Does he improve both their squads? Absolutely. Both teams are chasing trophies. Why did they say no? That's all I would say to that. Because Hector says, so you think Felix couldn't play Odegaard's role at Arsenal? Yeah, he could, but why did Arsenal not go and get him?
Yep.
There's a reason for
And
that,
this-
because
and
they
this
don't
the
think
thing
he was
when you-
worth the money. Arsenal could have went. If they really wanted to go and get Joao Felix, they would have. Like I said, he was available. Alpha says United didn't have the money. All right, Fairs, maybe we didn't have the money. Why was there only one offer for that man?
And what about
was
Arsenal?
Chelsea. Why
He
was
was
there only
offered
one
to
offer?
Real Madrid.
There's
He
Because
was
I-
offered to Real Madrid,
Because
and they declined.
I guarantee right now, if KK was available in January, more than one team is going to go in for it. If
Yep.
Rafael Leao was available in January, more than one team is going to go in for it. Why is that?
Leao so badly,
If
man.
Mbappe was available in January, more than, because we're calling him these levels, more than one team is going to go in for him. So what's
Exactly.
going on?
And,
What I'm saying in that.
my thing is, let's call a spade a spade, man. Let's not act like Arsenal didn't have the money. They even bid for guys like Caicedo that they didn't get. They bid the money for Mudryk. They bid money for Mudryk. It just couldn't get it over the line. And let's be honest with Chelsea, they didn't get him in because they really thought of him like this is a long-term signing in terms of they're in a dire situation in January. But they said, you know what? The team is failing to score. The attack has been just awful. Joao Felix wants to leave Atletico Madrid. Arsenal and Man United want him. Or let's say it this way, they have interest in them. This is the better word to use. Let's go in for him and strengthen the overall squad quality. But was there any thinking about like how will he tactically fit into Chelsea and actually improve them? Because when I look at Chelsea now, as an individual, he plays well, but not only do you not produce in terms of actually numbers, but somebody please tell me who does he improve around the team? Who's benefiting in the Chelsea team that made Felix better? Because Felix is a creator / second striker.
But then they'll say everyone's terrible around him. And to see only says Arsenal, United, Chelsea were all in for him. Do I believe there was genuine interest from Arsenal and Manchester United in
Yes.
Joao Felix? Yes. Well, if you are really interested, you make a bid. Same way, if you're on a gal's Instagram page, you can like her pictures. But if you're really interested, you're going to DM her. Someone tell me I'm lying in the
It's the
comments.
same shit. It's the same shit.
Same. There's difference between inquiring. I like on Instagram is inquiring. I like the look of you. Well, if you
C1.
really like that girl, you are going to DM her. C1, I know you're laughing right now as I'm saying this C1. Because this girl, I know there's a girl who you've DM'd. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
And then there's a girl who you just like her.
I'm saying,
You know,
they didn't want to pay.
Bro.
They didn't want to pay for him. Yeah. Why? Because he's not worth it, maybe.
Yeah.
Ever thought of
I'm not
that?
saying Leao was actually available, just Chelsea used 100 million on Mudryk. Milan would have sold with the right price. Based off of what? Where is this from? There's
Yeah,
no
I
source
don't know.
behind this.
These are the main.
no
These
source
are
behind
the. You know what it is? These are the reports that they get from like the tier 2.5, tier 2 kind of tier 3
Hey, man,
guys.
this is
And
the
they're
Don. It's the Don
not
Hussam
actual-
six source, man.
not the actual people. Like who even said ulti like? Because the thing is, Liao has like obviously.
Yeah,
I
and
heard Liao.
just cut you off, Jez, just one sec. My point is, Liao wasn't readily and known to be available. There's a difference between Milan selling. Milan did not come out and say Rafael Liao is available. It was very well known in the month of January that Joao Felix was available, and one team actually made an official bid. That's a fact. People might not like that, but that's the facts of the matter. Were Arsenal interested? Were Manchester United interested? Were other clubs interested? I believe so. But why did no one pay a bid? And people can say, oh, the wages was too high. Okay, he was not worth it.
Yeah,
that's what that is.
You're not worth.
That's what that is. Let Liao be available for the same price on loan in January. Let Liao be. I guarantee somebody goes and you know what? Yeah, I'll take Liao for that price. Because this man had an exceptional season in Youngs, and now he's 2-14 at Chelsea. What are we doing? Timo Werner had better numbers.
It's called a spade is spade, like people.
Nah, I don't think so.
Did Timo Werner
have
better numbers?
On the whole, and to be fair, he had a half of season Felix. But when I look at the way this season went, if Felix was here a whole season, do I think the numbers would have been much better?
Forget Werner, Kai Havertz.
Yeah.
Kai Havertz has better numbers. Who gets crucified
so.
by the Chelsea fan base, and rightfully so, by the way. Not saying that's wrong, but so does what are we doing?
All I'm saying, people, is you can say like you can make all the because I call it how it is. You can make excuses as you want. Like today, somebody told me because Chelsea was sitting back and because he's not a guy that can run in behind, and because he's 5'8", 5'7", he would never gonna do something. So you're telling me just because he was in this, so you're telling me you playing the system again? Why he was playing bad, not the actual player himself? Like, come on, man. Like, I know you guys can make all the excuses you want, though. In the end of the day, I'll be honest. Guy hasn't done really much for me when I sit here and say, "Oh wow, like I'm fucking impressed." Like he's doing good bits. Like, what does he and Saint Maximin do that is so different? What did him and
Havertz do that's so different?
I don't know.
Bad dribbling, that's it.
And again, that C1, obviously Havertz is not good enough. But I'm saying like he deserves to be criticized, but I'm just pointing that out. And to my point is, like I said, people, yes, and because people are saying in the chat, because Alpha here says no other club than PSG, Chelsea, United could afford Felix loan offer for 20 million. Madrid didn't want to add the loan with up because Madrid didn't think he was worth it. PSG didn't want to do it. Manchester United, according to people in the chat, couldn't. Like I said, most players didn't want to. Arsenal spent money.
Arsenal bought Trossard.
Arsenal didn't think the deal was good.
But they went for Trossard.
Well, like they didn't think the deal was good. That's the point I'm making. For that price, if he's as good as people are making out, why are all these top teams saying no? Available on loan. And like I said, has he worked out at Chelsea? No. He's not. TJ, big up to you, man. Says big up Flawless and everyone on the panel, except Taz of the Bears fan. He's just all right. Large up to you. Marcel says Musiala, Odegaard, Felix, start, bench, drop. What you man saying? For me, it's that order that you rate.
Yeah,
it's that order. I've not seen a lot of Musiala, but what I have and his profile I do like. But I'm a big same with Odegaard. I'm a fan. I'm not saying I don't rate Felix. I'm just need more.
Free Musiala, man. Free Musiala, man.
That's what it is.
I mean, you had.
Just to cut you off because I don't have to keep doing this because people are. I'm not comparing the two. It's not a comparison. I was just making a point that Havertz and Felix, there's not much difference in their performances. Is what I'm talking about. But one will get butchered for their performances, rightfully so. But one will be defended. If Havertz has gone, Havertz in his Chelsea career, I'm guessing Victor Ahmed, you'll be able to tell me, has at some point probably gone 2 goals in 14 games, right? Or something along those lines.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, and he got crucified for that. So why is Joao Felix not getting crucified for that? Havertz,
because
go on.
It's because he does skills and the fan base fancy him. That's it.
Fuck it.
He does that every season, man. He does that every season, man.
Read that, please. Go on.
He's done the 2 and 14 how many seasons in a row? It's a common thing with him, bro. I'm not surprised.
And the thing is, the crazy thing is, people can say, but Chelsea under disarray, so the system, there's no system. And you can be right. You can make these arguments for him at Atleti as well. But then again, he knew what situation he was going to go in. It's the player's choice. He didn't have to say yes to Chelsea. He went to Chelsea. He didn't have to say yes to Atletico Madrid. He went to Atletico Madrid.
I say this again and again and again. No amount of system can save you from missing a 1v1.
Let me go to this as well.
Think about how different that game could have been. If he made that 1v1, that game could have been completely different. Who knows? That was 0-0, 10 minutes in. Chelsea were doing decent. You have to capitalize.
Yeah.
If you're this elite talent and people hold you, people say, "Oh, you're world-class talent," then we're gonna hold you to that standard.
Yeah, and to Cara, you're clearly new here because Sancho's someone I've criticized heavily. So please ask me, don't just assume. I won't do a you and defend players at my club who are not good enough and haven't been performing. I've criticized Sancho heavily. So please just ask. That's to anyone in the chat. Don't presume with me, people. I'm very open. We're here talking. You can ask me any questions, and I don't have to deflect. I don't have to, because a player is being criticized at my club, criticize a player at whoever's criticizing that player perform better. I've criticized Sancho heavily and asked for more. But if you're happy with 2 goals in 14, hey, don't complain when you're 11th, innit? To Alpha, go on.
Yeah,
go on.
I was just gonna say, right? The other thing is, bro, if you're a good player and you perform to a level, you don't need defending. That's all it is. This season, Rashford doesn't need defending. Varane doesn't need defending. Licha doesn't need defending. Look at Chelsea. Thiago Silva doesn't need defending.
Yep.
It speaks for themselves.
Yes.
Bro, if you perform, it speaks for itself, bro. Like,
yes.
You won't even need to bring it up. Rivals and everyone will praise them for you. Mm-hmm. But when you know you have to defend someone, there's something going wrong. There's obvious facts, and that's a matter. Like, it's all it is. Like, Reece James, he was shit today. He needs defending. Oh, blah blah blah. Right? If you perform well, you don't need defending. Your performances speak for itself.
Facts. And just to get back to this as well, because Cara said, did I criticize Sancho after 3 months? Yes. There's shows on this channel that was going on at that time, Man Them United podcast. Go back and find the timeline of like when Sancho signed and he was here and I was talking about it. And yes, so I was. Now what? You know what I'm saying? People just be saying anything. Now what? Yes, I was criticizing Sancho after 3 months. Don't be here. Don't join the chat and be new and act like you know it all, because you don't. You know what I'm saying? Man, acting like they know what I've spoken about. All you have to do is ask. You know what I'm saying? This ain't Twitter. This ain't social media. Just ask and I'll tell you. All this because Felix is 2-14. Like I said, that's the reason why you man are 11th, is because your main guy's 2-14. If he was 8-14, you might be higher up the table, but we move.
Chelsea's best attacker stuff.
You lot are criticizing Felix like Anthony and Sancho get criticized. These players are made for possession teams. This is why Ten Hag still wants Felix. I hope Chelsea don't buy him, need him at United. No, we're criticizing him because even outside of a possession-based team, they should still be doing better. I agree with you, Alpha. I believe Felix, Anthony, Sancho, I believe vast majority of attackers are better in a possession-based team. Much better. However, when you are not in a possession-based team, that's no excuse for poor performances. It's part of the reasons, yes. Well, this is why I've criticized Anthony this season, because he's not been up to the mark. Sancho this season as well, and as well as Felix. But Felix has the most, he has the most gas behind him. People have been hyping up Joao Felix for a long, long time. So I'm going to hold you. If he's a top class talent, I'm going to hold you to top class the standards. Then we're not gonna muddy coddle you, because people will tell me Anthony and Sancho are not as good as Felix. Cool, I'm not disagreeing with that. They don't hold them to the same standards. This don't make no sense. I like with Manchester United, I hold our better players to our higher standards. We play Sevilla today. If we don't win, I'm looking at Martinez, Varane, Casemiro, Eriksen. That's who I'm looking at. And we're not going to lose, and I'm like, yo, McTominay, what was you doing? Dalot, what was you doing? Shaw, Balasia. Nah. I'm looking at my better players, because they're the players who are going to take us over the top. But yeah, go on, Jez. Go on.
No, but so based on that statement, you can't never criticize them because you guys don't play a possession-based system.
Exactly.
Is this what you're trying to tell me right now? So until they're playing in a possession-based system, these guys are allowed to just put in poor performances after poor performances. So it's fine then. This is what you're telling me.
This is what it is, Alpha Kenny. Firstly, if you think Joao Felix is all this and all that, right? He can't just be a dud in a non-possession based team. The best players, look, he played in the Simeone system, right? Everyone says Simeone, haram
Yeah,
ball.
yeah, yeah.
Look at Antoine Griezmann. This guy was a nominee for a Ballon d'Or. He played in that same system, but he was a Ballon d'Or nominee. So maybe he just isn't that good. So, because this guy
maybe that's just and you're not even saying he is. You just said maybe Murtaza.
Maybe
People are against
right?
that. Maybe
right. He's an attacker in the same system. He's kind of the same build as Felix, right? He's a techie baller, all this and all that, right? Bro, he performed in that Simeone system. They went to how many Champions League finals?
Mm-hmm.
That guy doesn't need defending. That guy doesn't need defending. That guy performed. So the thing is, if it's either one of the two. It's either if he can only play in a system and in a possession-based system, he's just a system player and he's not that good because he can't perform in a non-system. Or he's just playing like shit. It's one of the two.
And to Marcel, who says people are saying he doesn't fit Chelsea style. So all right, what top team in world football does Felix fit in then? I could see him fit. He could fit into a City. He could definitely fit into an Arsenal.
There's not a lot of system stuff, Lotus, because
I'm because he said top teams, and that's why I'm being very selective because he said top teams. So it depends what you do. So Marcel, I get the point. What you're saying is, it's like we need to build odd. He hasn't done enough for me to build my attack around him.
Exactly. You need to be.
That's just me.
You need to be. Yeah, no, you're right because you need to be earning the rep, not your talent. Or potentially could be this. Potentially, potentially Basuma could have been the best DM in this league if he adjusted to Conte's system, bro. But he didn't.
Yeah.
So again, people are like I said,
that's it.
And this goes to a lot of players that I put Joao Felix in the category. I've been saying this for years now about him since he's been at Atletico, but all the time Simeone gets the stick, and I never understand why Simeone gets so disrespected as a manager. I don't get it. I know he doesn't play the prettiest of football. Sometimes it's very bad, but Simeone has done a lot in his career. There's a reason why Atletico Madrid fans are never mad at him. There's a reason.
There's a reason he don't have a song over there. There's a reason for that. You know what I'm saying? And Kaneki, go on, carry on.
But the other players, see, even Griezmann now and Flores, we had like conversations about Griezmann. What has he done since he left? Since he left Atletico Madrid, he's coming back to Madrid. He's not playing to those levels like he used to, but he's playing to a level where like you're not playing horrible. You're not playing. People saying, "Oh, you need to be freed," because you're playing in the Simeone system. You're playing well. Are you playing top class? No. Are you playing world class? No. But he's playing at a good level where it helps the team. Felix, so inconsistent, where like sometimes you show up, a lot of times you don't show up, and people say it's the system all of a sudden. But other players can come into the system, play the exact same role that you're playing in, but they do playing better.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I hear you. And to Kaneki says, anyone question Flawless about Sancho? I've obviously never watched a Red Talk on the Ollie. And I'm glad you put the laughing emojis, Kaneki, because you was there. You can go back and see him. Shout out to my guy Rants, because the majority of them all of them are still on his YouTube, where we butchered everybody. Everybody received criticism. You know what I'm saying? And that everybody.
Bro,
so you can go back
anyone
and check
can
my
get
sheet.
it, bro.
Like, yeah, legit. Like, I've legit said, this was 3 weeks ago. I was on Saeed's channel on the Filter podcast. And I was saying I didn't want to have the come to Jesus talk about having the come to Jesus talk about Sancho. Because it's uncomfortable conversation, but we've had it. Because I need to see more from him. I do. And then people will tell me Joao Felix is nowhere. Joao Felix is levels above Sancho. Cool. Let me not even argue that point. So I should expect much more from Joao Felix than I do Sancho then. If he's levels above.
Joao Felix arrived in December. Sancho got sent to the mountains, came back, and has more GA than him. In the period he's come back. He's got 3 goals, 2 assists.
Yeah, and to this as well, Alpha, you joined late, so I'm going to let this slide because he says, imagine singling out Felix when the entire Chelsea team was crap. How many chances did Chelsea create? Sterling was poor, but not getting any attention. Felix was poor today, not going to lie. I hope he flops. Chelsea, GGMU. You joined late, Alpha, so I'm going to let this slide. Everybody got butchered. Lewis jumped on here and caught and said they're all pussies. What are we doing? You lot got to be paying attention to what's going on. Victor spoke on it and criticized everybody heavily. Ahmed spoke and criticized everybody heavily. So what are we doing? So no, we didn't single out Felix. He was not singled out. He was left till last. He was left till last. Go back and rewind the stream.
That was the main dish today, Betty.
You know what I'm saying? He was left till last because it's like we're gonna get at Cucurella. You know what I'm saying? And Chilwell and Kepa.
No, we went at Kante saying he was
Kante, Enzo, Kovacic,
everybody hold it.
Reece James.
Reece James got it. And
so please,
you're your captain. Everybody hold it today.
Yeah,
let's not do that. Your supposed best players have to hold the most smoke. If United, let's say tomorrow, right? We lose to Sevilla tomorrow, right? I'm not gonna go if let's say Palestri starts. I'm not gonna blame Palestri. I'm gonna blame Casemiro. I'm gonna blame Varane. I'm gonna blame Martinez. Like, what are we doing here? Yeah, bro. Your best players get the most smoke. If the Lakers lose, exactly. If the Lakers lose, I'm not gonna blame Jared Vanderbilt. I'm gonna blame LeBron James and Anthony Davis.
Yeah,
where the fuck were you?
You're gonna be like Austin Reeves. What did you do? Yo, Tristan Thompson. What did you do?
Yeah, bro. Like, what's this? Firstly, you're putting him to that standard. Yeah, bro. Like, no, it's not. Felix has great talent. There are massive chances of him flopping. He has massively flopped. That's the case.
Yeah,
it's not that he has massive chances. He already has. What has he done in the last 4 or 5 years?
And this is the kind of thing, bro. Everyone is looking at Felix, but the whole team was shit. And that's again, you joined late, which is cool. We butchered the whole team. You know what I'm saying? In that, we butchered the whole, like, everybody. Well, I didn't butcher. The Chelsea fans, you know what I'm saying, like, went at the whole team. I thought it was funny. That's what it is,
bro. Over here, we don't shy away from giving people criticism. Weghorst was a $2 million loan fee, and I call him the worst player ever. Like, I cuss him out like he's the worst player ever. Anyone can get it. No one's far from criticism. That's the thing. So I don't know if y'all are new, but hey, man, it is.
Some people are new. Yeah. For those that are new, yeah. Like over here, we don't. One, we're not an echo chamber. 2, we will criticize players of our own team more so. I'm saying it wasn't even me, Taza, and Jez getting onto the Chelsea players today. It was the Chelsea.
It was the Chelsea players. It was the Chelsea fans. The Chelsea fans here.
The Chelsea fans got. Lewis came on and was like, "Yo, these men are all pussy." Straight. I was like, "Damn."
And even like here, I'm one of the very few Tottenham fans that you will ever see that will actually criticize Son and Kane if they don't just step up. Spurs fans would never criticize them because of how much they have done according to them. I would criticize them. Yo, they've done a lot of great things, but the bottom did when it mattered. They will always say Eric Dyer, Davinson Sanchez, Harry Winks. No, I'm looking at the big time players. Why am I being so critical of Romero this season? Because you are supposed to be one of the better players in the team. I'm looking at Kulusevski this season. Hasn't been good enough this season. You're supposed to be one of the better players this season. Like, then this is the point. You should always if you want to have high standards, the best players should be always performing. You shouldn't be. Of course, there might be situations where, like, one of the lesser players make such an unforgivable mistake. Well, like, you know what? You have to criticize them heavily. If they do so.
If someone does something stupid like a youth player, of course you're going to criticize him. But we're saying in general, like, it's not one thing. People, you lot are smart enough in the comments. Use your brains. It's not one rule fits all for every single thing. There's so many different things within football matches and different things that go on. It's not one rule fits all. There's a lot of context. So it's not one game like fits. You lose this game 2-0 and you lose the next game 2-0 and you blame the same players or you just blame the best players. No, you look at it on a game by game basis. And when I look at Joao Felix, everybody will tell me he's Chelsea's best attacker. He's one of Chelsea's best players. Chelsea have been piss poor for the longest. So why am I not looking at Joao Felix? Why am I not looking at Reece James, Enzo Fernandez? I'm not going to look at Chalobah. Makes no sense. Lewis
but this is what they're gonna say. The play eyed. The play eyed.
But let Chelsea be winning games and Chelsea go there and beat Madrid. It's all hail Joao Felix. It's all hail all these players. Let Chelsea be in the title race. You can't have it both ways. So when the team does well, you praise all the best players. But when the team performs poorly, all right, we're not gonna criticize the poor players. Like, no, I mean the better players. No, we're gonna criticize them even heavier because you lot should be doing well. You lot have the power to change this,
bro.
Like
all y'all gotta do is shout out Tiana Taylor, her album. Keep the same energy. That's what you gotta do for every single one. That's all it is.
And to Alpha, who says, I request you not to rule out Felix. He's 23 and been Madrid's most important player. He forced his loan because he fell out with Simeone. Madrid, Atletico, that is still want to keep him. Okay, I'll start here, Alpha, because you're not listening. Nobody here has ruled out Felix. Nobody here has said Joao Felix is a bad player. Nobody here has said Joao Felix can't be a quality baller. I'm saying no one here has said his career is over. Nobody has said that. But because we are criticizing him fairly, that's what you hear. And that's what other people hear. And people, this is like social media in a nutshell, where if you criticize, you're going all the way. Nobody has said that Joao Felix should be ruled out of being a successful footballer. I've said verbatim on this show, I would still take him at my football club. I would have taken him in January. But I had my reservations because of the lack of pace and power. And I've seen what that has done to other players at my football club. Sancho, prime example. Prime example. And I said verbatim on Q&As and on Man United, I don't want Joao Felix to come to Manchester United and get Sancho'd. And he's gone to Chelsea, and guess what happened? Been Sancho'd. And he's in a worse predicament, in a worse team, with a worse run club, and a worse manager. And now he's 2 goals. He's got 2 goals in 14 matches.
And
yeah, go on, Jez.
I'm sorry. I don't want to disrespect. I never disrespect the people in the chat or anything. But the comment is he's 23 and he has been Madrid's important player. All right, let's cut this shit real quick. I'm sorry, but if he's Madrid's best player, your best players don't usually fall out with your manager. If he's the most important player in the system, that's one in my opinion. Obviously, it happens sometimes. I can understand that, but in my opinion, when I've been watching Felix since he's been at Madrid, why is it that people always say, Felix isn't terrible? It's because of the system. So how can the perception be that Diego Simeone apparently can't get the best out of him, but he was Atletico Madrid's most important player?
Oh, that's a fire point.
That comment there right there doesn't make sense.
That's fire.
Everybody is saying he's getting held back. Yet he's Atletico Madrid's best player, most important player. In the league title season, he wasn't the most important player. He was one of the players who stepped up in the second half of the season. I agree with that, but he wasn't the most important player. That's a lie there. There's other players in the team that were more important, in my opinion, that helped him win the league title. I agree with Suarez. I think Suarez was more important player in the league team. Suarez was more important in that season. Jan Oblak was more important as a goalkeeper. Kept him in the games most of the times. I need to go back into the squad, making sure who else was in the squad.
There's probably more players. But man, just don't want to hear. And Alpha, I hear you, but it's kind of like, pay attention to what we're being said. Nobody has writ off Joao Felix. Like, let me just repeat that. You know what I'm saying in that? You know what I'm saying? And that United Devil, no, it's not energy drink. Normal drink. Alhambra, big up for the super chat. Much appreciated, my guy, every single time. Says, this team lacks physicality. He's talking about Chelsea people. They're small and easily dispossessed. Players would just dash to the floor. Worse still, dribbling ability is horrific. But I say, I think it's just a skill thing. Maybe it's a lack of physicality. Definitely in the attacking areas. Because on that big pitch at the Bernabeu, you want someone who can run in behind with purpose. And Sterling's not really central. We just spoke about Joao Felix. All right, Reece James at wing back. Chilwell's not really he's not really a runner like that. Kante can, you know what I'm saying? Kante can.
He can stick out ground, but it's not the same Kante anymore.
Yeah, it's not like that.
And so you can kind of
argue Kovacic ain't really like that.
And so, bro, they just got no dogs, man.
This is the thing. Chelsea lacked their DM. You can even argue they need another age as well. You can argue as well because, like, with Kovacic, just like if Chelsea, I think in my opinion, they need a rebuild. Obviously, in the attack, which is obvious. I think they need to but then again, it depends on the manager. Next manager is coming in, but Chelsea getting linked to all sorts of managers with different styles. It's kind of hard. That's why it's kind of hard for me to even say, like, let's say Enrique comes in. Does Enrique really want somebody like Conan? All Chelsea fans say, "Oh yeah, Conan is gonna come in. Conan's gonna come in." Does Enrique want Conan? I don't know. This is the same thing that I say with Tottenham. I'm seeing goalkeepers getting linked. I'm seeing links to Kamada from Frankfurt. I'm seeing links to Madison. All good. But what if the manager doesn't want these guys? What? This is my thing. Like, I think it's very hard to kind of tell and trying to think what to make out of like this. Because this is what I think a big issue with Chelsea was this season. You bought a lot of players, but Did they all read? What's the exact plan how they're gonna fit into Potter's system? And even in the first, you brought a lot of players in when Potter wasn't even assigned.
Oh, he cut
Yeah,
off.
he's gone. Jez is just
You
cut,
cut
but
out.
he'll be back. He'll be back. Nah, he'll be back. He'll click back in. But yeah, Alhambra. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, and I think it's more to it in terms of the physicality. Obviously, being dispossessed easily, and yeah, dribbling wasn't too good. But you lot need more quality, and like Taza said, there is a mentality issue. There is also it's also a skill set thing as well. Like, that's what it is. Yeah, no stress, man. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, Alhambra, love for the super chat. Before you lot continue, still over 100 of you lot in the building. Let's get up to 100 likes, people. We're at 81 likes, and we're still too short of the subscriber mark. Hit the subscriber button if you are new, because I know you're enjoying the content. Hit the like button, get us up to 100 likes. Hit the subscribe button as well, get us up to 6,300. It is road to 7K. And don't forget, 2:30 a.m. people, just over an hour from now. It's under an hour now from now. Pelicans versus the Thunder people. NBA playing watch along. New Orleans Pelicans versus the Oklahoma City Thunder will be happening, and we will be bringing you that on the Twitch, people. We will. Let's see what you know. But yeah, all this, like, Taza hitting the nail on the head. I've said it before. If he was performing, there's no need to defend him. And that's where I'm at now. I'm tired of that. This is why even at my own club, I don't defend players underperforming no more. Performing, it shuts people up. That's why no one ain't talking about Rashford no more, including myself.
Yep.
I was heavily critical of Rashford last season, and rightfully so, because he was awful. But this season he's performed. So guess what? I don't talk about him. Same with Eriksen, same with Casemiro, same with Varane, same with Martinez. That's the five. And if you're in good form, I'll defend you. Like Wan-Bissaka's form recently has been good. So I'm like, nothing to say. Yeah, go on, Tazo.
Ever since you had to come to Jesus on Sancho, those 2 games, he's been low-key cooking.
He's done
so,
better. No, I need more. You know what I'm saying?
I think the Brentford game, he was like a 6.5. But I think the Everton game, he was like a 7.5, 8. I still need way more. I think like it was a good performance from like a winger, but it wasn't a good Jadon Sancho performance. Like people like he still has a ways to go to reach his Dortmund level. Like if he can reach that, bro, we'd be a scary team. Because that guy was different level at Dortmund. Yeah. So I just hope tomorrow, like, because he'll be helped by Martial and he'll be given a run. It's just he's a rhythm player also, like, so he's gonna be given a run of games, and it's gonna be really interesting to see how much better we keep the ball, because Eriksen's back, Martial's back, Casemiro's back. He rested Varane. Like I'm really hyped for that. I'm really hyped for tomorrow. And another thing, man. 2 games without a certain number 27, and look how much better we're performing. It is what it is, man. Proofs. Hey, I like my boy Culture Cam says, proofs in the puds. That's all I'll say.
We need to stop blaming United players for the terrible last season. The fault was squarely because of the selfish demands of a slow-moving CR7. Was Ronaldo a part of it? Yeah, but I'm still not. The players are not blameless. The players are not blameless for last season. Definitely not blameless. 110% they're not blameless. But yeah, we know Ronaldo was definitely a hindrance. I do agree with that. Who's at home tomorrow? It's at Old Trafford. So Manchester United at home in the first leg, and then second leg is in Sevilla. That's what it is. You lot get your final few questions in before we close out. You don't have to be on the topic we're talking about. Obviously, we spent the majority, but all talking about Chelsea and their players, but obviously because they just played, so it makes sense. But get your final few questions in before we close out the show, people. Something. Yeah, go on, Jed.
I saw obviously the tweet. I put it a couple of weeks ago in the group chat as well. Just want to go through Atletico Madrid's strikers over the years.
Oh, this is going to be
So
good.
We had David Villa, Falcao, Mario Mandzukic, Diego Forlán, Sergio Aguero, Fernando Torres, Antonio Griezmann, Diego Costa, Joao Felix, and Luis Suarez.
Did all them players play under Simeone?
All of them play under Simeone.
Crazy. And they all bought.
Wait,
and they all
you said Falcao, right? As well.
Falcao as well, yeah.
Oh, Falcao under Simeone was different, man.
And ironically, in that list, Felix is the worst one. And he's the only one that people say is the system fault why he can't thrive. Ironically. But these are all
list them strikers again, just so people get that.
David Villa, Falcao, Mario Mandzukic, Diego Forlán, Sergio Aguero, Fernando Torres, Antonio Griezmann, Diego Costa, Joao Felix, and Luis Suarez.
Okay, in their primes, is he better than any of those strikers outside of Mandzukic?
You can't really debate, to be honest. Like, you can maybe couple of them, maybe, because Aguero wasn't there long enough, maybe you can say.
Yeah, first.
And Suarez, when he came to Atletico Madrid, he was kind of like in the downhill.
That's still better than any.
But the ironic, but
when
we just talking about them at Atleti alone, not really. Most of them were all better than him. But
all right, man, saying Fall and Aguero didn't. All right, but even still, that's still an impressive list. Even if you take those two out, take Fall and Aguero out, that's still an impressive list.
Right, and my overall point was more like that. Most of these players, you didn't have these conversations about it's the system's fault why they can't perform in the system. They did some stuff to some sort of relevant where like it was enough for Atletico Madrid. Not saying that these guys were all world class, but they did enough where you didn't have like feel like these guys not performing because the system is not benefiting them. But I'm like, I watched up Luis Suarez was still doing bits in their system. People were calling him washed, you know.
People were calling him washed after he left, because it's after he left Barcelona, right?
Yes, after Barcelona.
Yeah.
Guys, again, I'll repeat this: good football does not equal to winning football. Simeone might not have the best football, but you know what it is? Winning football. Because why? They won that many La Ligas. They got to 2 Champions League finals. And who did they lose to? The greatest side we've ever seen, Real Madrid. And the greatest Champions League player we've ever seen, Cristiano Ronaldo, in his prime. That's who they lost to. That's the only team they couldn't beat. They beat everyone else. They got to the final twice. One they lost on penalties, and one they lost to a Sergio Ramos equalizer in the 95th minute. And then Real Madrid won in extra time. That's the fine margins. So people making out that Simeone, yeah, he is a terrorist. But hey, man, like I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say, but bro, he knows his stuff. He knows how to win games.
People can see it on the screen. See, just this across the bottom, all the views expressed by a panelist on Sarcasm City TV are not the views of Flawless or Sarcasm City TV. Thank you very much. But yeah, go on, say what he's gonna say.
Yeah, bro.
I'm gonna be out. Yeah, I'm gonna
Jazz,
be
love, yeah?
watch bigger.
Bro, Simeone, it's the shit works, bro. Like it is what it is. Like winning football that is not good football ain't sustainable. Well, it clearly was for them because they were winning consistently and competing at the highest level consistently. What are you talking about? 2013-14, they went to Champions League final. 2015-16, they went to a Champions League final. And they won however many league titles in between that. The 2021 season, they won the league. They've been consistently competing. Why is it that since Joao Felix has got there, I'm not saying he's the only reason that they've like taken a hit, but they've not performed.
Yep. All right, exactly what you're saying.
Crickets.
Off this as well. Says second leg in Sevilla, so y'all better finish the tie from tomorrow. Then that's exactly what I'm expecting Manchester United to do. Technically, it's today now. That's exactly what I'm expecting Manchester United to do. The same job that we did to Real Betis. Win the game, and win the tie in the first leg. Make that second leg null and void. That's what I'm expecting us to do, and that's what I think we will do. This is why I said to you, Marcel, 4-0. I have full faith with our first choice midfield being back, Martial out there. I have no doubts. Rashford is a miss, yes, but I trust our better players. I trust Casemiro, I trust Eriksen, I trust Varane, I trust Martinez, and I trust Martial. It's actually a spine. I actually trust the majority of our spine. So, well, we'll see. No, we'll be watching along for that today. What do you think about the takeover, Flawless? Do you think the Glazers will sell in time for Ten Hag to buy his players before the start of new season? What players would you target if Glazers stay and set £100 million budget? If we set £100 million budget, forfeit the season because we need to spend much more than £100 million. The takeover, I've always maintained my same thing on what's it called? The same thing on it all the time. I don't know. I don't know about the takeover. I legit don't know. Do I think the Glazers will sell in time? Again, I don't know. I think 99.9% of people are just doing guesswork with it. You claim to be in the know and know what's going on. So reports came out, I think today, well, yesterday, technically stating that there's going to be a third round of bidding, which is indicating the Glazers weren't happy with the offers initially, or they may just be trying to bump up the price. So that's a plus point. Yeah,
surprise. The Glazers want more money. Like
I
don't know why people are freaking out, bro. I don't know why. Like
that's a plus point. You know what I'm saying? In that, that's a plus point. What's
Do you know
your
what it is,
thoughts, Yeah, go on, Victor. Go on.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, it's just like businessman mentality. You're just trying to wait until they get a bigger offer. That's it. Wait, when you're about to sell your house, you wouldn't just go on the first offer straight away, though, would you? Like, you wait until you find the best offer you can, and then you also look for how much, like, the value of what you think your house is worth. Because at the end of the day, the Glazers don't need to sell United. Like, it's not like they're forced to sell. They can prolong it as much as possible and then just look for minor investors, stakeholders into the club.
The thing is, bro, you only get one opportunity in your life to sell Manchester United. They're gonna milk it as much as possible. They're gonna make as much money out of it as possible. And what do we know as the Glazers as? They're just money-hungry whores. That's all they want is money. So what are they gonna do? Bro, they're just gonna prolong it as much as they want until they get their asking price, until someone folds. They're just playing us like a standoff right now. It's a game of chess. Who's gonna fold first?
Yeah,
that's all it is. Like this is the regular business tactics because we have these kids on Twitter that don't know nothing about the real world, don't know nothing about negotiating. So that's why these guys are just freaking out and everyone's having a tantrum. Just like I don't know why people are tripping, yo.
Marcel says Sevilla ain't Betis. They have more pedigree in this competition. Yeah, pedigree hype. That's why they're 5 points off the relegation zone. They were that good, they won't be 5 points off the relegation zone. They moved up. What? He's 6 points off the relegation zone now.
No, nice. They're top half now.
Oh, they top half. They moved up.
Nice.
So
they're still 5 points off relegation.
I'll see.
Still 5 points.
Last time I checked,
I don't care about like all that bullshit, all that nonsense is nostalgia. You know what I'm saying? And that, yeah, bro, we run jokes before you go, Taza. We run jokes about like Champions League heritage with Real Madrid, but they also have a quality team. Let's not forget that because they also went 12. I think they went 12 years without winning the Champions League. Where was that heritage there? AC Milan haven't won it in years. They're the second most time winners. What are we doing here, man? Don't hang your hat on heritage and doing well in a competition. Do you have quality players? If you have quality players, you're not 5 points above the relegation zone in your league. But we move. Go on, Taza.
No, I was just gonna say, bro, they're 5 points off 18th. It doesn't matter. These guys suck.
Yes.
Like I don't know why people are like, oh my god, we faced the best team in La Liga. We destroyed them. We faced a mid-tier team in La Liga and Betis. We destroyed them. Like, oh my god, this Sevilla. Marcel, you said this about every single team. Barcelona will destroy you, man. Betis will beat you.
Nah,
man.
He didn't say Betis. He didn't say Betis.
Newcastle will beat you in the final.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
Like,
he also said
on,
Liverpool will beat Real Madrid as well. He did say that.
Yeah. Come on, Marcel.
You know what I'm saying? Like that, and that's what that flawless. You have to take that stuff into consideration, bro. No, you take that stuff into consideration. I don't.
Yeah.
I first and foremost, I look at the quality of the team. Then I look at that. Well, if your team is trash and they're a trash team, then I don't care about that. Real Madrid have the most Champions Leagues in history, and they went 12 years without winning this competition. AC Milan haven't won it since I think it's 20 years. I think it's 2003. So you think pedigree and those things is it 2006? I don't remember. It's 06. So you think pedigree and those things is a myth? No, that's why I said quality team. Then them things play a factor. That's what I would say. But first and foremost, the most important thing is you need a quality team. That's the most important thing. That's why people run jokes about Real Madrid heritage. Why did Real Madrid go 10 years or 12 years without the Champions League? Because their team was no good. Go back and look at the teams they had. That's why. All this heritage stuff, like no quality. Barcelona,
Rangers.
Before Barcelona had Messi, I think they had one Champions League. Then they got one of the best sides we'd ever seen, and now they have 5. There's a reason for that.
Bro, Rangers have Champions League heritage.
Yes.
Did that help them? Did that help them from losing to Liverpool and Salah scoring 5 goals against them or something?
Does that help them that the fact they can't even get in the competition or do anything in Europe? Quality of player is the first and foremost thing. Then you look at all that other stuff.
You know where heritage comes in? When you're deciding between Real Madrid and Man City, and Rodrigo scores those 2 goals at the end, and Real Madrid win that game in extra time. That's heritage, because they're 2 quality sides, but then it's a heritage that splits up.
And then even with the heritage as well, they also have quality players on the pitch. Real Madrid.
That's what I'm saying.
Modric, Rodrigo, who you mentioned, Cruz, like all these players, they have quality players on the pitch. You need quality first and foremost. That's what it is. It's quality. Otherwise, Real Madrid would win it every year, or AC Milan would win it every year, or Liverpool would win it every year. That's the case, and Liverpool have all these European heritage. Why come they only have 2 Champions Leagues in the modern day era? They have the same amount as us. So we don't have it. Yeah, they have the same amount as us and the same amount of Chelsea. So what are we doing if they're all this European heritage? No, quality teams. The Liverpool sides that won that competition, well, the latter one, not the first one, was very good. Even the first one had quality players in it. You had Gerrard, you had Xavi Alonso, you had some quality players in the side. Quality is what's key. I'm saying, good player, that's it. I'm saying, Dia Haman, good player. Like, they had good players in there. They had some great players in there. They had some top class players in there. Same way with Chelsea. They had some top quality players in there. Same way with Manchester United.
In the first one and not the second one.
Yeah. Even the second one, you had some top quality players in there. You know what I'm saying? Did Thiago Silva was in there, right?
Yeah, but he was injured after 30 minutes, so.
Yeah, but he's still involved in the whole run. N'Golo Kante was in there. Reece James was in there. Like, Rudiger and Christensen, good players. Not bad defenders. They're good defenders. I'm saying. Like, that's what it is. Well, yeah, man, to talk about all this pedigree and, like, no, quality on the pitch, people. Like I said, otherwise, Real Madrid would win it every year. Ajax, no one talks about Ajax's European heritage. Ajax have 4 Champions Leagues. When's the last time they won one?
Not enough forced.
It's about
do Leeds have European heritage?
No. I don't think
no.
So.
Villa do.
Yeah, Villa. Yeah, I know Villa do. Let me check.
See, man.
I'll check now.
I don't think Leeds do.
I know, I get it. It's a hate United thing, and yeah, let's laugh at United, but like, let's be objective, man.
Let's be objective. You know what I'm saying? Sevilla. Leeds. Let me check. I've never actually checked Leeds. Let's see. Cups. Runners up. Yeah, they won that Inner City's Fair Cup like in the 60s and 70s. That's it. Wow, they was runners up. Yeah, they had a banging side in the 70s, and yeah, they were runners up in the Champions League in 75. And then the Cup Winners' Cup, they was runners up in 73. Yeah, they can hold that. Love that. Shit, they ain't won anything in a long time. Let's go.
Long may continue.
Yeah, man.
Hey, go
on. Riz says, I'd be sweating if Sevilla were my Europa League opponents at such stage. I'm not you in it. I'm not sweating. I'm not sweating at all. I'm glad we drew Sevilla.
All right, you know what? Let's do this, right? Since they're such a European giant, right? All of this. When we slap them 5-0 tomorrow, then we're gonna celebrate it like we just beat Madrid, right? Because this such a big side. Oh my God! Like, there's this. We should not take them lightly. All this. So when we slap them tomorrow, you guys better be here, and I'm gonna celebrate it like we just won the Champions League final, beating prime Real Madrid with Zizou, Raul, R9, Figo, and all these guys, right? Because you guys are hyping this mid-ass. They're not even mid. They're trash.
They're not even mid, yo. It's where they're not mid.
They're 5 points off relegation. What's going on? And La Liga is trash. La Liga is a trash league. I don't get it. I don't care what it is, bro. La Liga is trash. Real Madrid are obviously not doing well there. They're having a bad season. No, I'm not saying 5-0. I'm just saying hypothetically if that happens.
Yeah. What's your prediction? Yeah.
It's 3-0. That's what I'll say.
Fast. I'm saying that. Fast. Oh yeah, of course, Ed, man. Taza just said it in hilarious fashion, but Taza just said it. I'm saying flawless. These might be the first one saying it's only severe if we slap them up. Facts. You know what I'm saying? In that. Like, we move. Like that's what it is. Same way we don't get no credit for beating the big bad Barcelona. We are top of the league and have only conceded 9 goals all season in the league.
Flawless. You let me know when I'm tripping, right? When I'm going off the rails.
Right.
Did I say anything
Nah,
crazy?
you didn't.
Outlandish.
And you know I will tell you. You didn't say nothing crazy.
Bro,
You're
like-
right. Like
like,
the way
what
they're
are we
talking
doing
about
here?
Sevilla, if we do beat them, even if it's let's say it's 2-0, let's say it's 2-1, you should celebrate
Bro.
like that because Sevilla have all this
Bro.
European heritage, and we should be sweating because we drew them.
Like, come on, guys. Like, yeah, I get it, bro. Banter is fine, but like let's just be objective sometimes, bro. It's like
There's better
I'm
teams
all
to
for
use
the
it. There's
banter,
better
but-
teams to use it with. Like if we're playing City, say we get through to the FA Cup final and we're playing City, and people are talking like this, I would understand. Let's say hypothetically it's a Manchester derby in the FA Cup final, and people were talking like this about Manchester City. I would say, you know what? That's warranted. That's warranted 110% because it's Manchester City. Man are talking up Sevilla like they're one of the best teams in Europe.
bro,
Like,
same
they're
thing
not.
they did with Barca.
Same
The
shit
best
they did with
defense,
Barca.
the
Yes.
best defense in
Yes.
Europe.
Mhm.
Oh my God, Araujo will do this. Araujo will do that.
Xavi,
Lewandowski, bro.
Pedri,
Oh,
Lewandowski.
like all these guys, bro. We in that. I swear to God, bro. In that Barca, in the Camp Nou game, bro, we should have scored 4 or 5, bro. The Weghorst missed. The Rashford.
Oh
missed.
yeah, yo, fam, my head's still hot.
Oh my God, bro.
I was pissed after that game.
Oh,
My head was hot. 'Cause I think
Hey, hold on, man.
my head was hot. This guy's a dick. My head, this guy's an idiot. I was pissed. People go look. I think what did I do after that? I think it was the following Q&A. Obviously, I did the show with Cams, I think, that night as well. I was pissed that we drew that game 2-2. And I was there saying, as long as we don't, before the game, I was saying, as long as we don't lose, we got this. And they did just that. And I'm like, nah, you man taking that piss. Man, I'm taking liberties.
and
But
even
still
the
in the first
second
leg, they'll
leg,
hold out. Okay, all right.
even in the second leg game against Barca, we didn't even play well, and we still beat them, bro.
Yeah. We didn't even play well.
People,
We didn't.
people that everyone banter, right?
didn't
Fred,
play
this
well.
guy is not.
No,
He's
yeah,
not Brazilian. He's Somalian. He scored against him. Anthony, he's Bolivian, right? No. This is what rival fans say. And you know, Anthony might go, why would I cook Anthony? People, oh, Anthony's not Brazilian. He's Bolivian. All this, all that. And he scored against them, the winner. You guys are that shit. You needed 11 Disney penalty just to score one goal. That's the only real clear-cut goal they scored. The other one was a set piece, and the other one was almost like an own goal. It went through everyone. They did not
It was a
clear.
cross come shot.
Yeah, bro. They did not clear score one clear-cut goal from open play. Nothing.
Doing great. And to Marcelo who says, let's see how the game play out. Football ain't played on paper. 2 + 2 don't always equal flawless. Football flawless. You know that. Yes, but we make predictions though based on evidence we have. You know what I'm saying? Big up Big Six Bands for the raid as well. Let's not do that because then we could do that for every game then. Manchester United are playing Tranmere Rovers tomorrow. Well, Tranmere Rovers have got a chance because football's not played like that. Like I keep saying to everyone, if you're so confident in Sevilla, go put money on it. Sevilla are 15-2 at bookmakers. 15-2. So if that's the case, you know what I'm saying, go put money on it and go get rich. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't gamble, go tell a family member or a friend if you're so confident. Nobody wants to put money up. I said I bet anybody right now we knock them out over 2 legs. Anybody. Still crickets. You know what I'm saying? Any amount.
I bet my life savings.
Any amount we get past these, man. No one don't want to bet. Man are just trying to be edgy because they hating on United and because their team shit. That's what it is. And that's cool. We'll just openly admit and be like, yeah, I have an agenda. I'm back better horses than Sevilla. Whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, big up Monts every single time as well, man. BSB raid. Make sure you subscribe to Big Six Fans. Hyping up a team 5 points off relegation. If we were 5 points off relegation, people like, yeah, Marcel, why have you not put money on it? That's what I want to know. You so confident of Sevilla, why have you not put money on it? They're 15-2 just to win the game at Old Trafford. What are we doing? You know what I'm saying? What are we doing here? The guys, Sevilla because they beat. Whatever, man. Whatever,
Bro,
man.
see, this is what I say. Like now, it just shows us derailed because we're arguing over bullshit. Like this is what I mean, bro. Like
It's good. It's not derailed because I love to see this because it shows that we're doing something right. Not me and you. I'm saying Manchester United. Because people are trying to hype up a team 5 points off relegation.
Bro,
You know what I'm
like
saying? 5
this
points
is like
off relegation.
how down bad these guys are, yo. This is how down bad they are, bro. They have to hype up
no one is
Sevilla,
hyping them up. It's football. End of the day, anything can happen, and we can apply that to anything.
Yeah.
So
like,
next time Liverpool play, I'm gonna apply that to everything you say. When you say you're gonna win, Marcel, I say, all right, well, anything can happen. Stupid.
no
argument.
shit,
It's dumb.
Sherlock.
It's
No
dumb.
shit.
That's a lazy, not
Like,
dumb argument. It's a
oh.
lazy argument. Very lazy because you got nothing to back it up with. You know what I'm saying? And that. You have nothing to back it up with that's substantial. That's what that is. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. Yes, LFC for the double. I do have that sign. Solo, yeah, I know some people don't like certain teams. That's football. That's cool. But if someone talks nonsense to me, then I'm going to respond back to it. Don't try bring me like it's logical. If someone just said, yo, I don't like Sevilla. I think Sevilla are going to win because I don't like Manchester United. I'd say, you know what? Cool. There's nothing to back this up. Sevilla don't have good players. Now someone go lie in the comments and say, yeah, they got good players. No, they don't. No, they don't. I'd back it up with, yeah, you have to go to European pedigree argument. Cool.
What European pedigree is he talking about, though?
Sevilla, because they've won 4 Europa Leagues.
Oh, come on, man.
This is what I'm saying, but we're not talking anything football related in terms of on the pitch. We're talking all off the pitch stuff. Nothing on the pitch. That tells you all you need to know. Because if we were playing Manchester City, guess what? He wouldn't be talking about no heritage. If we were playing Real Madrid, you have the most European heritage. Wouldn't be talking about no heritage. You'd be about Benzema and Vinicius Jr. and Modric and Cruz and CHILWELL and Camavinga and Ancelotti, and the list goes on. Yes, if you are going to get packed, of course they're going to get packed. You know what I'm saying? Now, you give reasons, but your reasons is nonsense with this, Marcel. You always do give reasons. But you've said nothing about on the football pitch in terms of the skill set of that team. It's European heritage. It's nothing. Like I said, if we were talking about Real Madrid, you're talking about their players. If we're talking about Napoli, we're talking about these players. Yeah, man, Mohammed, these rival fans are bitter in it that their season's been dismantled. You know what I'm saying? Like when I told Marcel that they would get packed by Real Madrid, I didn't mention their European heritage. I said no because they have quality players on the football pitch. If Real Madrid had Sevilla's team, I would have said, yeah, you'll beat them. Same way, if we had Sevilla's team and Sevilla's manager and Sevilla's record, nobody would be hyping us up. If Manchester United were 5 points off relegation in the Premier League, nobody would be hyping them up. Like, what are we doing here? We
right,
found Chelsea.
Malcolm, right. Like, Sevilla's history to ours. Like, he's trying to say, oh, you guys don't have Europa League heritage. Yeah, I'm glad we don't have the second-tier European competition heritage. What the fuck?
Yeah, that means we've been in it too much.
Bro, like...
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Why are we always in it? No, I agree. Like, something went wrong.
To say you just fucked up, made a bad point. You're persisting with it. Oh, my God.
Nah, it's cool, man. Because then when we win, he's in. Like, yeah, we would definitely, Daniel, you're right. We wasn't hyping him up under Oli. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? And that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? But,
come on, dog. Yeah. You better than this, Marcel.
Aggregate tie for the score. I don't know what team will play in the second leg. So I can't comment. What's the team in the second leg? But I think this tie is over in the first leg.
If we play our strongest team in both legs,
I don't know if we will because I don't know because I think
no. Let's say hypothetically, right? If we do, I'll say 5-1 over 2 legs. That's considering we play our strongest team in the second leg as well.
Fair, but yeah, second leg I don't know. I mean, but definitely first leg I already said 4-0 tomorrow. Let me actually look at our fixture list because we play Brighton. Now the reason why I think he'll rest is because we play Brighton 3 days after. So that's why. So I'd probably say I could see a draw over there. Over there. So ask me about the second leg. Ask me after the first leg about the aggregate score. But I've said 4-0 already. I don't know why he's going to say I'm waiting like Mando. I'm not you, Marcel, who ducked out after you got slapped by Real Madrid. I don't run from no smoke. That's a you think. Don't put that on me. For those that don't know, they got beat 5-2 and Marcel put on his track shoes and started running. He a runner, be a track star. You know what I'm saying?
She's a runner, she's a track star.
Man dipped, you know what I'm saying? Disappeared from the watch along, disappeared. The show that night with Saint disappeared and then showed up an hour and a half into it. I don't run. Man's here all the time. And I'll be here tomorrow. Today. That being said, 7:40 p.m. We get Juve flawless. I don't know if we get Juve. Yeah. Had an appointment. Yeah, sure.
That's the worst excuse I've ever heard, bro. Marcel, man. This guy just keeps digging, man. Golly. Do I know Garnacho return? I don't know. I don't think he returns this season. I'm be real.
Who would United meet in the Europa League after this? Is Sporting or Juventus, the winner at that time?
I'd rather face Juventus.
I don't know either about why.
Sporting play much better football. I think they're a side. Yeah, like they don't have better individual players, but as a team, they're better.
Yo, you ran, Marcel. Yes, you ran because that's the first time you said that you didn't run. You had an appointment, and that game was weeks ago. Quit lying, man. You ran. You know what I'm saying?
You were there at halftime.
Yeah, you ran. You know what I mean? Ran.
Oh man,
100%. Hey, if Liverpool's midfield would have ran as much as you did,
you
then
know
maybe you would've
what?
got
He's
results.
lying
You know
because
he's lying.
I went in on Monster Show or something, and this guy was in the comments. He had a call and I just went there to troll him, and he said, "Don't bring Murtaza in," because I was trolling in there. I knew it, bro. This guy, Marcel, you are a liar.
Ran. You ain't always here. You ran. You're here 99.9% of the time. That day you ran because you got peak. I'm not you. I don't run. Show me a stream I didn't show up to. You ran. You know what I'm saying? So don't hit me.
Smile,
I'm
nigga.
waiting. You have, you know what I'm saying? You have previous. I have no previous. My record clean. Every time we lost.
Smile, nigga. You just got caught in 4K.
Yeah, man. Caught in exactly, man. Caught. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever it is, but yeah, we move. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, Marcel, man,
so mad. And
this guy's, I don't know who's been cooked more today, him or Reece James.
This is what it is. It's mad. And to show my fault, we'll end on this point. Well, end it like 5. You lot get your final few questions in. In all honesty, why is no one talking about Mason Greenwood even at this point? Understand the media storm against him, but he's been cleared, and the so-called victim is his wife now. The reason why I show my fault, I don't know in terms of why is no one talking about him, because I've seen people mention it, but it is what it is. In regards to this, because we have new people here, which is all well and good, my stance on it still remains the same and will not change. I don't want to see him in a Manchester United shirt again. The fact he's been cleared or found not guilty or whatever, I don't forgive what came out. That's just my personal viewpoint on it. Everybody's different. I'm not saying everybody should think like me on this, but that's where my moral compass is. I personally don't want to see him in a Manchester United shirt again. That's me. People have felt different. People think differently on it. Cool. This is why I've never titled a video on the channel talking about it, and I only mention it when I get asked. That's my thought process now. That was my thought process when it all came out, and it'll be my thought process all the way up until next season and so on beyond. I don't want to see him, back in the United shirt. Cleared or not cleared. Guilty or not guilty. Whether he's back with his woman or he's not back with her. You don't forgive what happened. I don't tolerate it. I don't condone it, and I'm totally against it. And anybody who does that type of thing should be thrown under the jail. Simple as that.
Hey, yeah, Riz, who do you support? Riz, who do you support?
Hmm? Yeah. And to Solo as well, he says, I remember you showed up on the 7-Up. Respect for that. Yeah, man. People thought I was going to run. That's the funniest shit. People were not familiar with me in that. Like a lot. And it was new people. People 110% were not familiar with me. I thought I was going to run. 100%. Let's see what he says. So if he comes back and lights up for United, you won't celebrate if he scores a goal? No, I will not celebrate if he scores a goal. I talk on him as a footballer. So if you ask me about him, will I celebrate if he scores a goal? No. I'll probably be harsh on him unnecessarily. Just because of that. Just because of my disdain from him. But no, if he scores a goal.
I hope he breaks his legs. I don't mean that lightly.
I hope he gets a career-ending injury. Yes, I agree. 100%. 100%.
Assholes deserve bad things to them, man.
I don't understand. You lot, we run bants and jokes about everything, but that I don't tolerate.
Yeah.
So again, this is just me, and I've had the back and forth before with others, not any of you lot in the chat about it, and my stance remains the same. Thoughts on Ahmed? Would you send him on loan or keep him next season? I'll send him on loan to Burnley if Ten Hag thinks of keeping him as Anthony backup like Palestri. No, I'd bring him back and have him compete with Anthony because he's a left-footed right winger. And every time he played for Manchester United, I liked what I see.
You know what the thing is?
Hmm? I
think he's better suited to the 10. I'd have him compete with fucking Ratman.
Options, man. Like this guy again. This guy has to call him Ratman. Read the thing, people. Here we go. All the views expressed by panelists on Sarcasm City TV are not the views of Flawless or Sarcasm City TV. Thank you very much.
Yes, that is my views.
Yeah, it's just bad to make that clear. Big up Lewis for that. But yeah, that's pretty. But yeah, with Diallo, have him back, whether it's to compete for both. You want competition for places all across. So yes, I want him back. You know what I'm saying? Tolerate what, mate? The court of law passed their judgment. The woman knew what she was doing when she made that record. Cool. And that's your opinion on it, Shomaful. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with it. You know what I'm saying? I seen the evidence that came out. We all did. Just because the court of law, you get what I'm saying? The court of law passed their judgment on R. Kelly. He's in jail now, but initially he didn't, and we all know he was guilty. They put the court of law passed their judgment on OJ Simpson. So we just gonna pick and choose. Nah. I'm saying what R. Kelly did was fucked up, what Greenwood did was fucked up. Simple as that. That's your opinion on it, Showmanful. Don't try and put your views on me. I don't try and put your views, you know what I'm saying? You ask me a question. If you don't like it, you can click the X button. It's right there in the top right-hand corner, my friend. Let's see. Yeah, and I just hope they don't let him back. Again, link for the membership is in the pinned comment as well. Just because of the court of law, generational social media. No, like I said, I'm old enough to remember the R. Kelly situation. That was before social media. And my stance was the same. He's a piece of shit too. But hey ho.
Hey, Riz, you're chatting about United when you're an AC Milan fan. Do you not remember what we did to you? You had Ronaldinho, David Beckham, Andrea Pirlo. We beat you 7-2 over 2 legs.
Shit, did we?
Yes?
What year was that?
09-10.
Okay. Oh shit, it's because we didn't win. We
cooked them, man.
Yeah. Hey,
This
CB,
guy
big
talking
up, man.
nonsense.
I'm saying, hey, CB, man, because everyone's different. Like I said, he asked me and then got mad at me at my response. Like I said, you can click the X button there. It's in the top right-hand corner. Like, I ain't forcing no one to be here. You don't like my opinion on something that's much more, because this is bigger than football. Cool. Click the X button. Unsubscribe. Not a problem. The show will go on over here. It's fine. There's over 100 of you lot in the building. And to Rohit, you keep stop spamming in the chat and you're talking about, I don't know what a pump and dump scheme is. What is that? That sounds like a one-night stand. What are we doing? That legit sounds like a one-night stand.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
It sounds like a one-night stand phrase. What is that? You know what I'm saying? What is that? Like, what? I don't know what that. You're gonna have to explain to me. Like I've said before, I don't know about the intricacies.
So basically, what it is it's just, you know, like these frauds. What they do is they like hype up a scheme and like so to get the stock really high and then sell all the shares and, you know, sell it high for no reason. So they get everyone to, you know, hype it up, prop it up. Oh, it's this amazing thing. Like, you know what people do with these Bitcoin type things, right? Like exactly what he just said.
Oh, the Glazers are trying to boost the value of the club using the main bidders so they could sell more shares at higher prices. Got you. Yeah, sorry, pump and dump that sounds like a one-night stand.
They're just trying to create more value, basically. Which makes sense. Why wouldn't you want to do that?
Yeah, they're just fucking crooks. And that's all. It's not even I get you, Flawless. You're from a non-social media generation, which I am. You from a don't care situation. Now, everybody's different because there is people who are my age and people who are much older than me and people who are in generation above me who believe you should be playing football again. It's also people who are younger. Nobody is right or wrong in this situation. I just don't talk about this situation because there's no, a man said second chance. There's no second chance. For me, there's no second chance with that. And two, there's no area. Like you lot just listen to me, Tazo, and when Jez was here, speak and go back and forth with you lot about Joao Felix. We just went back and forth about Manchester United, Sevilla. We can do that because there's things surrounding it that I'm open to the other side is what I'm saying. I'm open to hear what, if we're ever talking football, I'm always open to the other side to hear. All right, so you think that team's going to win. Why? You think Joao Felix is a good player. Okay, why? And we can go back and forth. With the Greenwood situation, this is just me. No gray area. There's no gray area. There's no second chance with that. Zero. I don't care who you are. Just because you play for the club I love does not make that okay. I would disown somebody I know if I knew they had done that. Family member, whoever, same blood, same could have known him 25, 30 years. Same surname. It doesn't matter. But that's just me. Again, Shomoful on this. If you want to back Greenwood, innit? That's you. Oh, I'm not talking about the football, I'm talking about you and your opinion. I'm liking it. Oh, yeah, because I'll always state my opinion on why. But with that, there's no, me and Taza can go back and forth about a player. I think we should keep such and such. He thinks we should sell him. We can have the conversation. But I'm not open to the conversation in regards to that situation because it's a no-fly zone for me. Zero. There's no second chance for that. It's not like a Rashford. Oh, he had a bad season. Give him next season. It's not that. It's not that at all. At all. I'm not with it. I'm not with it at all. What's this? See, a man always want to do too much. You know what I'm saying? And that. So we move. Man told man could have clicked the X button. I clicked the X button for you, innit? You know what I'm saying?
Dickhead, man.
Can
Fuck
click
you.
the X button.
Fuck you.
People always gotta go. People always gotta do too much, man.
This guy,
So
what a
yeah.
dickhead.
Yeah. With the Mendy situation, Marcel, it's just the amount of cases. But I'm not gonna lie, I didn't keep up with it in regards to the same way. I didn't get asked about it and have so much information on it. Like I said, I only speak on the Greenwood situation because I get asked about it. There's a reason I've never titled a video talking about it. Don't you think if I title videos talking about it, it would do, that's drawing attention. I could easily put him in a thumbnail and talk about that, but it's non-football. That's why I didn't talk about it for so long, because it was non-footballing related. And I was like, until something new comes out, then I'll talk about it. And man, when I ask me about it now, cool. You know me, I don't duck no questions from any of you lot, as much as the conversation is uncomfortable. Because then you always get idiots showing themselves. And I look at people different. Rohit, same with the party situation. Because it's ongoing, but same, if he's guilty of that, he shouldn't play football again. His contract should be terminated by Arsenal. But the fact that they're playing him during it is a bit, but I don't know all the details in regards to the case. And it's the same with the Mendy one, it was just the amount. There was like so many charges, but then you said there, it wasn't true, but yeah. It's disgusting. Like I said, people don't want to, a lot of people who will like defend it will only defend it until it happens to them. Like I said, let that be a female who's close to you. Your girlfriend, your wife, your mother, your sister, your female cousin, your female virgin. Because I know girls who have been through that. You just don't get over that shit. But hey, you know what I'm saying? And that. God, I always say, press the reset button, man. Flood this shit. We move. But yeah.
No, Dennis,
man.
I don't.
Well, yeah. Large up. Yeah, Joel. Yeah. I don't like, yeah. It's a fine, he said, fine line between discussing players' ability on the field and discussing if you stand with a domestic abuser. And because he's not been playing, I say it all the time, I only talk football. This is why I don't talk these players' personal lives. I don't talk about what they posted on Instagram, why they on Twitter, are they in a Twitter space, what they said, how are you performing on the football pitch. So I look at it. Well, we move. Hope you lot have all enjoyed the show. We're going live, people, in just over about 10-15 minutes. We're live on the Twitch. We are live on the Twitch for the Pelicans versus Thunder NBA watch-along playing game. Obviously, the winner of that will play the Timberwolves on Friday. As for today as well, shows tomorrow, you'll get the Manchester United versus Sevilla Europa League watch-along right here, 7:40 p.m., so 20 minutes before kickoff. And then midnight, you'll get the Manchester United Liverpool show with myself and Saint, because obviously we moved it from the Tuesday. So normally Thursday is the United Arsenal show with me and Cam, but it's the United Liverpool show with me and Saint. So we're talking all things Manchester United, talking all things Liverpool. So obviously, yeah, Daniel, I'll send you the link. Recapping the Manchester United Sevilla game. I'm sure Liverpool, you lot will have plenty of questions in regards to Jude Bellingham. Fairly sure of that. Hope you lot have enjoyed the show, man. It's been great. Hope to see all of you lot on the Twitch, because well over 100 of you lot still in here. And let's bump up the likes. Did we even hit the subscriber mark as well? Yes, we did. Big up to you lot. We hit the subscriber mark, man. So make sure you continue to hit the like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Taz, or anything you want to add before we close out?
No. Big up, man.
Yeah, man. Large up.
Big
Victor,
up
my bro. Anything you want to add?
Nothing. Sorry. Lampard out.
Crazy. All right, man. Big up to you lot. Q&A will be back Friday. Obviously, you get them Wednesday nights, Friday nights, and Sunday nights at midnight. That's all UK time. Make sure you check out the upcoming live stream schedule as well. Hope to see you lot on the what's it called, man? On the Twitch. And I've just redirected. We're gonna send all you lot to the Manchester United Sevilla game. I mean, the watch along, the live stream. All I need you lot to do is once this ends, hit the like button on the video for that. But love, continue to hit the subscribe button. And this has been the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning